What is popping? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We're going to get it popping, man. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe as you pour in. Yes, indeed. What is happening, man? Pelicans playing the Utah Jazz. You know, I must admit, I hate these games. I hate the games versus the Jazz. I hate games versus like Portland and shit like that because they're technically like West Coast games, and they're not at the 10 o'clock point or the 10:30 point, but they still too late for bad teams. Like, you know what I'm saying? This shit should be a matinee game. Well, what's happening with y'all? What's up, Louisiana girl? What's happening, GSP? What's the deal? Bayou, what's going on, man? Bayou, they coming at your boy Derek Queen kind of hard in the press. Well, they're not really coming at DQ. They're coming at the Pelicans organization for benching him. But I don't, people don't really watch the Pelicans, so they wouldn't understand the context of him being taken out of the starting lineup. They just going, well, hey, you spent these resources on them and you're not playing them. It's like, yeah, I mean, you haven't been watching them play lately. I don't know. I just don't think they watch the Pelicans enough. Yo, so what y'all make of, because I talked the other day with Alvin about this. What do y'all make of the Dejounte Murray tweets? I'm interested in knowing y'all perspective, like especially Louisiana gal, because I know you know the real. But what up with you just tweaking? What do y'all make of Dejounte Murray's tweets? Because I ain't gonna lie, as a person who advocated for Dejounte, it's just like now I kind of see what Atlanta was talking about. Now I see what San Antonio was talking about. Louisiana gal, basically, he was saying how the team was pushing to go for the play-in tournament, and how him and his agency never requested a trade, how much he's dedicated to New Orleans and things of that nature. And I'm like, come on, son. Like, we ain't gotta do this. Sebastian, what's happening with your homie? Whoa, what up, my dog Chris? Chris in the building, man. Shout out to Chris Khan in the building. Check the homie out, man. He said hit the like button and hit the hype button now so you ain't got to do it later. Facts. I appreciate you, my dog Chris. Shout out to my homie Chris in the building, man. Pelicans Nola say, what's up, Chaz and fan? What up with your Pelicans Nola? I hope you're doing well, brother. Hope everything going well. But yo, what do y'all make of? Cause look, who was on this show? Me, Chris, Justin. I forget. I don't even know who all was on the show, but we did a breakdown, quote by quote, of Dejounte's comments. And now seeing it, it's like, man, you lied so much. Oh, I don't call nobody a liar. I heard differently so much from what you said. Now it make it like I can't trust nothing you ever say again. Like it's just tough. GSP said, didn't he do a whole interview bashing the organization? Yes. And not only did he do the interview bashing the organization, he did that interview after Dumars and Weaver were hired. So if you're a person who say, well, he had those issues with Griff, it's like, well, he should have smoothed those things over with Troy and Joe by now, correct? And or when Joe was doing the post-draft interviews, he was like, oh yeah, I just saw that and I talked to him, and how the fuck you just saw it? Like, this is just a bunch of lies going on, man. It's a bunch of lies going on, like on the real, for real. Sebastian said that press release is a lie, but they got Justin and Grub fool. To me, I look at it two ways. What up with your King Ramsey? T5, what's happening with you? Say what Atlanta and San Antonio say about Dejounte. Well, Dejounte, people in Atlanta, they miss him from the standpoint of they traded Trey, now Dejounte and Trey gone, right? But he has some nasty things to say about the organization in Atlanta. He said the San Antonio Spurs were going to be losing for like the next 12 years with their system. Like, he said some wild shit. And it's like, man, the Giants be burning some bridges on the cool. But sometimes, fuck, you ain't got to worry about burning bridges if you know how to swim. So, hey. And now on one hand, though, I'm kind of at the point where I'm like, I mean, fuck, what he gonna say? Like, you know what I'm saying? What he supposed to come out and say? Yeah, I still don't want to be here, but I'm here, so it is what it is. He's not gonna say that. So it was like, it's tough because it's like, realistically, what do I want him to say? You feel me? Just tweak and say the fact that he wasn't with the team the whole season kind of points to him lying. Facts. Like facts. Louisiana gal said he doesn't have to fake it. Too much politics, and the person who told me he wanted out is currently in Utah with him and told me he wouldn't come back without starting. I don't see the purpose in lying. That's my position as well. Well, what up with you, Lee Sandifer? That's my position as well. Like, I think they asked him a pointed question, and he answered the question that was asked of him. But on Twitter, I think he just took it a step beyond. Like, on Twitter, he took... But see, that's the difference, Kerry Sneed. Kobe requested to be traded from the Lakers, and I think he wanted to go to the Clippers, but Kobe had already won 3 championships. Like, Dejounte Murray was here less than a few months and requested to be traded. And he said he never wanted to come to New Orleans in the first place. Like, Kobe just asked to be traded next door to the Clippers. People, it's funny you brought that up. A lot of people don't even remember that. It's funny you brought that up. Shout out to you for that. Zion said Dejounte Murray's a dog. Never heard him say that about B.I. And, you know, shout out to Zion. But Zion, another person that I'm like, man, I don't care what you like no more. I don't care what your preference is, or, you know, what you, you know what I'm saying? Both of y'all disappointing me this season. Like, you know what I'm saying? It is notable that him and DeJounte seem to have a good relationship. But it's like, you know, it's at the point where now it's all about results. You know what I'm saying? It's all about results and availability. Zion holding up his end of the bargain for us being available. But, you know, I don't really care about him and DeJounte's bond, to be honest, dog. I know, Sebastian, I know you saying that, just pointing it out. But I'm saying if Zion was like, man, we got to keep DeJounte, that's my boy. I'd be like, well, you can get the fuck on with him, to be honest. Because they ain't like nobody around here working. Well, we need to have some accountability around here. It's just crazy. And the reason I'm really saying this too, because as a person who advocated for them trading for DeJounte about maybe 3 years ago, and them finally getting him, I'm like, damn, this has been such a disappointing turn of events due to the injuries, of course. Mason said he don't have a market, can't shoot, and said clown shit. All he do is lie. Talking about DeJounte. Man. 504. What up with your 504? What's happening with you? What up with you, Bree? Bree said DeJounte unreal. I remember his comments. Yeah, to me, I could have let it go. Because it would have been his words versus the organization, right? And the people who told me some of these things, they hit or miss, right? They hit or miss. But the Katrina shit, I ain't never letting that go. I ain't letting the Katrina shit go. Fuck that. Fuck that. I ain't letting that go at all. Louisiana gal said he spent the whole season in LA. I get trying to say the right thing and be the leader, but just tell the truth. Nola doesn't do well with bullshit people. Just be honest with them and respect it. Yeah, like, that's my whole thing. Shout out to Lee Sandifer. He said hit the like button. Yo, while you're in here, take a second, hit the like button, fam, before we get the game started. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. I hope y'all doing safe. We hit 60,000, y'all. Shout out to all the subscribers. We hit 60,000, man. I appreciate everybody in the building. A toast to y'all. I think DeJounte just got a bit of a accountability issue. It was like, damn, bro, it's been 3 teams. At this point, you know what I'm saying? It's been 3 teams, and every team you left on a bad note. It's kind of, you know, it might be you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's totally you, but it might be you a little bit. You know what I'm saying? 504 say DJ on bipolar. You know what, Louisiana gal? You said how I feel about the organization acquiescing to his demands to start. Man, I did a spaces about that with Elvin, right? That rubbed me the wrong way, pause. I don't like it. I understand it from the business standpoint, because if a motherfucker like, well, I'll just take my ball and go home, and you won't be able to trade me at all this offseason. Like, he still had that card to play because he got multiple years on his contract. But, well, what's good, Clarence? Shout out to you, fam. Shout out to my dog Clarence in the building. But I don't like them acquiescing to that. Whoa, what up, Don Guillory? What's happening with your homie? I don't like them acquiescing to that personally. Because what standard does that set? You got guys that have been here all season, who've been hooping. Like, they got Bryce McGowan on the TV the other day, right? Herb had, 4 fouls and 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. And they subbed Herb out. And I believe that was the first time that Bryce McGowan saw minutes on the court last game. So, what message does that send to a guy like Bryce McGowan, who you just brought in? And you like, well, this is not a meritocracy. It don't matter what you do. we gonna go with, the squeaky wheel get the noise. The person who causing any type of conflict, that's the person we're gonna acquiesce to. That's the person who's gonna get preferential treatment. Same thing with Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole was coming off of 2 pretty solid games. He was getting coach DNPs, and you're not starting him. You see what I'm saying? So I just don't like that. I think it's kind of bogus personally. I think you putting yourself under Rich Paul's thumb a bit. But this is a players league, and with him having multiple years on the contract, you gotta kind of politic a little bit. But I do think it's some buster shit. And it kind of hurt the rotation to a lesser degree because like the minutes distribution, like I think he started the second quarter for like 3 minutes or something and got pulled immediately. It was like a weird rotation, like because him being on the minutes limitation, you want to make it to where he can close games, and the way they doing it is kind of weird. Like I think, I don't know. 504 say they should have told him bye, go home. I think he said some unforgivable shit, to be honest. Like, I'm not a sensitive motherfucker, but I think he said some unforgivable shit, to be honest. Like, to me, them Katrina comments, that was below the belt. That was unnecessary. And it ain't something I'm going to forget. Whoa, what up with you, Kiara? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Shout out to Kiara in the building. Bree said Poole was the champion that got snatched from the lineup. What is DJ and McCollum's real? Well, Dejounte's an all-star. He's a former all-star. It was a while ago. I just think it should be a meritocracy, bro. Like, I really do. I think based on how you've been playing, how you've been delivering, your availability and your performance, you should be rewarded based on that. Because some people, it don't matter how they play, they not taking out the starting lineup. Like, it don't matter how Herb play, they find every excuse to start Herb. It don't matter how bad some of the rookies were playing, they wasn't taking them out the lineup. Like, you know what I'm saying? For some guys, it just don't matter, and they got to, get out of jail free card. Not necessarily saying that with the rookies, but I know for like, even last game, I think Herb was like 1 for 8 or some shit like that, and terrible defense. He ain't going nowhere. Like, I just don't like favoritism. I don't play that favoritism shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll get the fuck on when people start doing shit like that. Louisiana gal said, rubbed me the wrong way too, and I told my partner the same thing. Behind the scenes, they got Dejounte feeling like he the franchise player, and it's a slap in the face to someone like Poole. But some guys, you got to massage their egos. Some guys, you got to massage their egos, and that's the thing. To where I get it, like, oh, look, we gonna just eat the shit for like 20 games. It is what it is. And it's like, what if you starting next season like this as well? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, again, what precedent are you setting for young people? like for young people in the organization? Like, shit, Zion disappeared to Portland to recover, and he didn't have a good relationship with the organization at that time. Now you got Dejounte disappearing. He ain't have a good relationship at that time. It's just at a certain point, bro, you got to start being ran like a normal team. T5 the Great, he said, what did he say about Katrina? Well, he said, when I got traded to New Orleans, I was surprised because that wasn't even like a thought of mine. And once I saw Katrina, he said, I remember seeing Katrina on the TV and saying, I'll never go there. I'll never go to New Orleans. Now, mind you, Dejounte was probably like fucking 8 years old when Katrina happened, 7 years old. I highly doubt motherfuckers saw that and say, I'm never going to that place. Like, what are you talking about? That's like saying 9/11 and saying, I'll never go to New York. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I thought that was totally below the belt, unnecessary, and tasteless, personally. But, it is what it is. It is what it is. Don said, who's sitting when Trey come back? To me, you can't justify sitting Sadiq Bey. You're not sitting Zion. You're not sitting Dejounte. That's street spots right there, right? Queen already sitting. You see that you need a center on the court, so let's just assume you playing a center. The only real option to sit would be Herb Jones. Like, and that's the thing. Like, it should be Herb, bro. Now, whether it happens or not, we don't know. But it should be Herb, in my opinion. Should be Herb, in my opinion. Kerry said he was just talking. Yeah, you're just talking. Like, and the thing that kind of made me worse than him saying it was Ryan Clark right there letting him say it. Like, what you doing? Man, you're supposed to be like, hold on, wait a minute. Like, I'm not saying Ryan Clark was supposed to say, yo, what the fuck you said? Like, he ain't supposed to do that. But you can say, hold on, brother. You know, just wait a second. You know, that should have been an and one. Nice drive by Sadiq Bey. You know, should have been like, you know, wait a second. You know, just for clarification, because I don't want people to take what you said the wrong way. What do you mean by that? Can you break that down a little bit more? I would have preferred that he said that, honestly. Herb. Come on, Herb. All right. Yo, what up with you, Brock? So you know they not sit. Yo, you know what? I think they probably would go centerless. Oh God, Dejounte. That was Herb's fault though. But I think they probably would go centerless before they sat Herb. And that's ridiculous, bro. Like, y'all remember the rotation they tried to do the other night with Zion starting, well, not starting, but Zion playing the 5? It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, you're just asking to lose this game. Like, why? Like, you gonna placate motherfuckers to that point? Like, come on, man. That was just dumb to me. Yo, Kyle, nice. I ain't gonna lie. I like Filipowski personally. I like him. I ain't gonna lie. They got a nice front court setup in Utah, bro. Between Kyle, Kessler, Laurie, and Jaren, man, they could play some crazy 2 big lineups on the real. Well, hold up. Shout out to Spectacular. He said, Chaz, I haven't gotten a notification in weeks. Anyway, wish me luck. I'm studying for my professional engineering exam. Yo, much luck to you, brother. You gonna ace that. It's already in the bag, brother. It's already claimed. You got that, man. Much luck to you. I'm sorry about that you're not getting notifications, man. I'm gonna have to email somebody for YouTube because this is outrageous, bro. Like, seriously, but much luck to you, man. I appreciate you tapping in. Yeah, I'm not, you know what? I'm not, well, what up, J. Cam? I'm not shocked that DeAndre still starting. That was a terrible pass right there by by Sadiq. I'm not shocked that DeAndre still starting because he started. I think if he played bad tonight, they might pivot to maybe Looney. Not like that's the best option. Oh my God. Look at these dudes. Look, this is Zion's first or second actual touch, and he dribbled the ball off his foot. What kind of game is this? These dudes are never ready to play, bro. They are never ready to play. Like, they just never ready. They never get off the plane ready to play. Oh, you said you have to delete the YouTube app, then reinstall it for the notification glitch? Okay. I'm gonna have to put that message out to everybody on Twitter. Because it's annoying as hell for me, man. I ain't gonna lie. That shit is annoying. Because even when I go live, sometimes I'll have my phone on the table just so I can make sure I'm getting a notification. Or I'll have to retweet it so people know to tap in. Yeah, this Borrego ball looking kind of crazy. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't responsible for Zion dribbling the ball off his foot. But these dudes, again, never start the fucking game right. They never start the game ready. Oh, that was a lot of contact on that drive, boy. Zion looked like he was going through, like he was running motherfucking halfback dive right there. That was a lot of contact on that drive that they didn't call. That should have been an and one. But I guess if he put the ball on the floor, I thought Filipowski came over just in time. Big shot by Herb. Filipowski came over just in time because they was thinking about throwing it over the top. He was thinking about throwing it over the top right there. It was a good thing he did it because Filipowski was moving over. Whoa, what up with you, Jarvis? How you doing, brother? Shout out to Jarvis in the building. Good defense right there by Dejounte. Better, shot. It's hard to... Nice finish through contact right there by Ace. Ace looks like he put on a little weight. Y'all see that? Ace looks like he gaining a little weight. That's a damn shame. You got these rookies out here putting on muscle. And the Pelicans, Pelicans looking like they need to get on a straight up bread and water penitentiary San Quentin diet. Nice offensive board right there. Look, the Pelicans doing a good job offensively playing through contact right now. Bree said, I ain't know they got a contract in the trade. Utah, that's a hell of a trade depending on how you feel about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s contract. That's a lot of money to pay because I guess you starting Laurie at the 3, Jaren at the 4, and Kessler at the 5, I'm presuming. That's a lot of money for that front court, especially when it come time to pay, what's homie name, man? Keontae. when they come time to pay Keontae, shit gonna get real. 'Cause that's a lot of money that's gonna be dedicated to that front court. They kind of got lucky that Kessler hurt his shoulder this year, because they wasn't trying to win anyway. But they kind of got lucky that he hurt his shoulder this year because he was probably due for a crazy contract. Oh, Victoria, shout out to Victoria. I appreciate you. Yo, while we on timeout, we got 17 likes and 41 people watching. Man, while we on timeout, let's get the 41 likes, man. Everybody in the building, take a second. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody in here, man. Just hit that like button for me. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification so hopefully you can get a notification when we go live. I'm looking at my phone. I ain't even get the damn notification. So it is rough. But take a second, hit that like button while we on timeout, man. Jay Burke, what's happening with your homie? What's happening? Say, Kessler, you think Kessler gone, Don? I don't know, cause I don't think they gonna start Jaren at the 5, because Jaren's such a bad rebounder. I think, and then Kessler, like in the West, when you got guys like Klingon and Yang and Edie, luckily Anthony Davis gone and Zubac gone, but you still got some bigs in the West that can give you some trouble. You're gonna need that interior presence. It'll be interesting though if they did decide to move Kessler. Whoa, Jay Burke. Let me see here. Spectacular say keynote. JJJ. Well, Triple J. Laurie Kessler's a strong big. Oh yeah, that's a hell of a Keontae. I think you're trying to say Keontae. Yeah, that's a strong 4 right there, especially with the head coach they got. Let me see. Don Gettery said, Utah getting that boy from BYU. Okay. Louisiana guess I remember reading somewhere Kessler won $35 million a year. I don't think Kessler getting that, honestly. He's one of the best free agents on this upcoming market, but not 35. Because we really don't need you. That's the thing. We don't need you. We'd like to have you, but we don't need you. We got a top 8 pick. We about to get you. We could really replace you in the draft. Honestly, I think a fair value for him is about 20, maybe like 22, 25 million, because he keep getting hurt, and he had a real serious injury, and he's restricted. Ain't too many guys out there right now got cap space to even really offer him a contract. What would be interesting is if he ended up, that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work because Nick Claxton is a classic 5. I was about to say if Nick Claxton played the 4 and he went and signed with the Nets, that's a solid little interesting team they could put together over there. Them having cap space. Slim South, what's happening with you, homie? What's happening with you? Jay Burke said if they don't keep Kessler, they'll bring in another seat. Yeah, they'll. And then Filipowski is a solid rotational big, but you still would need like a classic big man. Louisiana guy said they offered him $23 a year this past offseason. He said no. Boy, he out his mind because you're gonna end up without a dancing partner, and he restricted because what's homie name? The Kuminga situation is gonna set the precedent for certain shit. Guys coming off like lackluster seasons, looking for big paydays. Ugh. I don't know. I think it'll be tough. I don't think the Lakers really I'm not sure the Lakers going to have an avenue to get him. But if they did, he would be a really nice cover for Luka. He'd be a really nice cover for Luka and some of their defensive liability. Ooh, that was a terrible play design right there. I did not like that play design. B. Thomas, what's happening with your homie? We getting the dub tonight. Well, I say this. I feel like the Jazz got the coaching advantage. And they might have the front court advantage. I don't know. They definitely got the coaching advantage though, and the 3-point shooting advantage. So y'all hear Ayton say the Lakers trying to turn him into Capella. I did hear Ayton say that. Ayton, you tripping? Because Ayton, you got 1 foot in the league right now. Like you got to recognize you got 1 foot in the league right now, and you overplaying your hand. You overplaying your motherfucking hand. Cause I highly doubt he gonna have a robust market this offseason. Says Laurie out. Yeah, Laurie out getting an MRI. The NBA is investigating the MRI on him, trying to see if it's real. I'm like, you don't give a damn if the MRI is real or not. Cause let's say the MRI is fake. Let's say they lying about everything. What you gonna do? You gonna take away their pick? Give it to OKC? What you gonna do? You gonna fine them? Okay. Like, this is $1 billion organization. What you gonna fine them a couple $100,000? Okay. Like, come on, man. Ace. Y'all heard that Ace fired his agent, huh? That's crazy. I feel like that one video got Ace's agent fired. That's how sometimes you gotta just stay off the internet. That one video got Ace's agent fired. That's crazy. This was a weird draft. Like really looking at it in hindsight, this has been a weird draft. H Bizzle, what's happening, homie? Yeah, you know what? I did see the Hawks doing that. The Hawks doing that Magic City night against Orlando. And you know what's the saddest part about all that? Oh my God. The saddest part about that is Martin Luther King from Atlanta, right? Martin Luther King from Atlanta is still Black History Month. Well, we got a couple days left. We got 2 days left. Why? This couldn't wait. Like, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't do this around Christmas. You got to do this. What kind of message are we sending here? I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in attendance. I'm going to the game that night. I will certainly be there. But I just no. This is when the NBA Players Association is supposed to step in, cause this is ridiculous. That was a terrible fucking pass by Jeremiah Fears. That was a brain dead pass by Fears. I don't know who he thought he was. That was a Derek Carr level pass. This motherfucker tried to thread the needle between 2 defenders. Oh, that boy. Oh, Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey going off right now. Here come Carlo. I think Carlo either coming to get Zion or Carlo either coming to get Zion or DeAndre right here. Boy, look at how they got that flow. It's 3-on-1. I don't like Fears being out here in this lineup, honestly, because it's a one shooter lineup, and Fears. I don't like this lineup at all. I do not like this lineup because they're not guarding Fears beyond the arc. You know they're not going to guard Herb, and they don't have to really guard DeAndre. So the only shooter out there right now is Sadiq Bey. So this is where Jordan Poole should be out there instead of Fears while at least while DeAndre Jordan out there, because you don't have no outlet in the event that you give the ball to Zion and he collapses the defense, because right now it's 3-on-1. Zion missed the first free throw. Okay. Zion kind of out of sorts right now. I think with whatever they doing defensively against the Pelicans right now, they forcing them into some difficult shots. Carlo, my son out there. You think Jazz and that's OKC be timers? I could definitely see that. Because things are paying off. Ooh, what the fuck happened just now? Oh, things paying off. They got an incredible coach in my mind. And, you know, I think he's awesome. I would love to have Will here. Like, man, he's an awesome coach in my opinion. Yeah, and they already got so many foundational pieces locked in long term. I think they in good shape. Oh, Carlo! Gave up that motherfucking offensive board. Man. God damn, Herb. Man, get Herb out of here. Look, Herb's so trash, bro. He pointing to Fizz, telling him to guard his man. You lose total track of your player off ball, and you just give up a motherfucking and one. That was great defense by Carlo there. Zion could have been better helping corral the ball, but man, whatever. Q, what's up with your homie? Man, that was a highlight dunk right there, bro. That was a highlight dunk. See, right there, as soon as they got that offensive rebound, I would have liked Zion to crash harder and just trap him, maybe grab the ball, force a jump ball, because they only had a couple seconds left. Because with a defensive play like that, you can't give up the offensive rebound. Then you gave up a bucket. Then you gave up another offensive rebound, the missed three, which led to an eventual potential three-point play on the Herb foul. So now Herb got 2 fouls in the first quarter, per usual. Say Utah Knight playing any good play? Yeah, well, Keontae playing, Mike. Keontae, Filipowski playing. Ace is solid. They got some solid players, but my thing is they got such a great coaching advantage that it's going to be tough for the Pelicans tonight. The Jazz already defend Zion well. They're ready to defend him well. If you add in the trajectory of some of their young players, Pelicans might be in for a long night. Herb said having 2 fouls. Louisiana Gale said Herb having 2 fouls is a blessing. Yeah, he was like, all right, go sit down, bro. Bryce, come on. Oh, Keontae out too? I ain't even noticed that. All right, well, damn. That make it even worse. What up, Trey? God damn. That make it even worse. Well, I mean, it's the Pelicans, though. That's the tough thing. Because they just lost to Milwaukee twice. Missing everybody. They lost to they lost to Memphis, missing motherfuckers. The Pelicans should not be a shoo-in for any win. Like, there's no game on the schedule right now. It's like, well, the Pelicans should win. To me, that's how bad the coaching staff is and how bad some of the rotational players is, in my opinion. B. Thomas said, but Chaz, do you see those steals? Herb could have gotten 10 steals last game. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be the narrative. You know what's crazy, B. Thomas? I noticed this as well. What up with your wealthy few? I noticed this as well. People act like Herb don't play for the Pelicans. Like, motherfucker talk about every player, but they'll skip over Herb. Like, Herb, or they'll be like, well, Herb didn't play good defense tonight, but no one played good defense. Like, no, let's talk about him, because his thing is he's supposed to do one thing well. Like, he's supposed to do that one thing. Like, let's pass some of the accountability around here, and whatever, man. It is, politics. That's how it goes sometimes. All right, so we got DQ. DQ need a big game tonight. Bro. That was a dangerous pass by Bryce. Good start right there, DQ. Good start right there, DQ. Nice soft touch on that floater. He need a good game tonight. Because, look, now you going up against, oh, man. It's a good thing Kevin Love kind of old. You're going up against Kevin Love, who used to be a rebounding fucking machine. So you should be able to attack downhill. You ain't got to worry about too much rim defense, honestly. Box out. Damn. Too easy. That was smooth by Collier. That was too easy. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, man, if you're in the building watching. I know people probably not even watching this game, but shout out to the people who are in here with me watching. Oh, what is Fairs doing? Fairs been terrible tonight so far to start. He been terrible to start. Fairs handle real bad. His decision making is bad. His body moving faster than his brain right now. He not, he a little off right now. That's a nice handle right there. Oh, boy. Did y'all see Sadiq Bey cross the fuck out of Kevin Love? Sadiq Bey gave Kevin Love the motherfucking work just now. He crossed the fuck out Kevin Love. Shout out to Sadiq Bey for that handle. But yeah, Fairs got to tighten up the dribble, man. Fairs looking rough out there. His decision making has been pretty bad. Sadiq Bey got 11 points in the first quarter. He had some big threes so far. You say Fairs against a good coach team ain't good. Yeah, I can see that. Not to mention some of the physicality and the size that Utah has. Utah's a strong team physically. That's a strong team. I'm surprised Kevin Love stayed in Utah. Because I thought for sure he was a buyout candidate. But he already got a ring, so he ain't tripping. He like, I just want to go where I'm happy. He one of them motherfuckers now. He one of them people now. Oh, good hands by Carlo. You got to recover, though. Good defense. You got to get that. Fuck, we giving up offensive rebounds. Good hands by Fairs. All right, now you got to go home. You got to go home. Oh, my God. That was so embarrassing. Bro. That was embarrassing. Everybody get dunked on, but that was embarrassing. Oh, my God. That was an embarrassing sequence. You had about 2 chances to get the steal. You gave up the offensive rebound. Queen can't really help you. Oh, my God. That was bad. See, Queen's supposed to be there to help. He ain't even jump. Queen is under the rim. He ain't even jump. But it was like, oh, my God. It's almost like you got to back off of motherfuckers and give them space just so you can recover. But then you talking about them hitting threes. It's just, Man, the Pelicans, their biggest problem right now, too, dog, is that they not rebounding. If you can fucking rebound, you can end some of these possessions. Once they in a scrabble drill and dudes got 2 and 3 opportunities to score, they in hell. Like, the Pelicans end up in hell in those situations. That was good defense right there. I thought they could have went either way with a call. Oh, come on, bro. Come on, bro. So you think Fierce should have spent time in the G League for some games to get a better feel for the game, J.K.? I thought he should have did it earlier in the year. Right now, not necessarily. But I thought early in the year, I thought Fierce and Queen should have spent some time in the G League, honestly. I really did. I think they both had peaks and valleys this season. Sometimes guys have dealt with the real league better than, other times, but I think both of them could have stood to have a few games to build up some rhythm and some confidence. I do think Jordan Poole coming into the game this late into the quarter is stupid because best case scenario, Jordan Poole plays these next 3 minutes, right? I say Jordan Poole does play these next 3 minutes. He got to sit down right after that for the end of the quarter. So how is he even supposed to find a rhythm? This is a stupid substitution pattern. It's stupid. Yeah, B Thomas, he definitely don't know when to settle dudes down. It's like, it's crazy, bro. Derek got to tighten up that handle, though. For real. That handle is real shaky. Get in there. Notice how they ignored Zion the entire first 6 minutes. In a couple situations where he got the ball, they closed out pretty effectively. He made a couple solid passes here and there, but they just schematically, they don't have nothing for him. It's like schematically, this coaching staff just don't know how to maximize him or what he does. They don't really set no screens. I'm like, oh, good shit. Nice dish off. Nice dump off right there by Jordan Poole. Nice patience right there by Carlo for the 3-point opportunity. It's like, you don't really see you don't see DeAndre Jordan screen for Zion at all. And I'm like, why are we still not running those screens when you got a guy who actually can set something? What are we doing here? You see how they playing? You playing the one shooter lineups. The only way you're going to really get any separation is if someone can set a hard screen to free one of these guys up, and you still just won't do it. Like, you still just won't call it. Like, I don't understand. But this is with Dejounte on the court. Now, mind you, this is only Dejounte's second game. But if you can start, then you can be kind of accountable. So my thing is, again, nobody going to call for the screen. Nobody going to say, hey, right here. Like, nobody going to say shit. That annoys me, dog. It really does. It really bothers me. All right, fears. And that was Bryce's fault right there. Bryce, you got to corral that fucking basketball. What are you doing? That was Bryce's fault. That was Bryce and Fears' fault. Fears should not play no more tonight, honestly. Fears do not need to play no more tonight. You don't need to see no more Fears. Fears has been responsible for about 3 or 4 turnovers. He's been terrible tonight. Fears has been god fucking awful tonight. Seriously, he's been terrible. He really don't need to play no more tonight. And Bryce, like the Pelicans losing the 50-50 battle also. They losing the 50-50 battle, but Fears been terrible so far tonight. He's been terrible. Them 50-50 balls has not been kind to the Pelicans, though. They a step behind, a step slow. Bryce is supposed to get that basketball, but Fears shouldn't have fucking lost the handle also, but Bryce should have went and got that basketball. Carlo was attempting to set a screen right there. Poole didn't come all the way over. That's good defense right there. Poole didn't come all the way over to take advantage and catch the pass from Derek Queen, but Bryce was attempting to set the screen right there. Austin said the only way the offense can score is when Zion's on the court, which is weird because he's the 4th option. Yeah, that's the thing too. It's like, well, damn, when this dude off the court, the entire offense just go to shit. Or even when he's on the court and he's not touching the ball, the entire offense just goes to shit. Like Sadiq Bey doing what he can, but it's like, what is we doing here? Like, you just not gonna see games. You don't see good teams operate like this from the standpoint, or even bad teams. Even a bad team gonna like spam their best player getting the ball. All right, look, we gonna sink or swim with this. This is stupid. You say Ace got 15 points already? Yeah. Ace had a real bad rap this offseason coming into the league, man. Again, a lot of it had to do, people don't really like when like family members represent players and shit, so the narratives be getting out of control. You know what I'm saying? I remember they were saying Ant was going to be like Ant, the number one pick. That shit going to be a bust. Oh my God. This is bad. This is bad. The good thing is Utah probably going to pull the plug at some point, but this is still bad. Utah is probably going to pull the plug at some point, though, and just sit everybody down, but this is terrible. That's a nice answer right there by Fears. Joel saying how bad the Jazz is defensively. It don't matter against the Pelicans. We know how to make bad teams look good. Yeah, and then they might be bad defensively, but it's about matchups, though, right? Because they might not be good defensively, but they know how to neutralize you, because you don't know how to maximize your talent, and you don't really have no shooting threats, which makes you easier to neutralize. And it ain't like you give your best player the ball anyway, like your most skilled player. You ain't give him the ball any motherfucking way. Nice and one opportunity right there by Jeremiah Fez. He must have heard me talking shit about him. He trying to battle back. He must be taking that ace shit personally. Said that clip of Omar Cooper in the call was hilarious. Yeah, that shit was funny. I don't know what he was doing. He was like, what are you doing? Fuck are you doing? I don't know what homie was doing with that. I think that clip got him fired though. Honestly, that got him fired. B. Thomas said we definitely splitting against the Jazz. But see, like last season, the Jazz were up by like 20, multiple times last season, and then at the end they just pulled the plug and the Pelicans won. That's probably what they're gonna do. They're gonna just end up pulling the plug at some point, letting the Pelicans win. That's just how it goes sometimes. That's a good. You know what's funny? I think Jeremiah Fizz, aside from, DeAndre, people like that, I think Jeremiah Fizz is the strongest rebounder on this team, son. Oh my God, Derek. Oh my God, that was terrible, Derek. I think Jeremiah Fizz is the strongest rebounder on this team, dog. For his size, that motherfucker will go get a rebound. That motherfucker will go and jump and leap and snatch a rebound out the air. That was terrible, what Derek Queen just did. That was terrible. That was terrible, son. That was pretty bad. They might end up making a documentary about Derek. And I hope it's a good one and not the one it's looking like it's going to be. But I hope it's a good one, because that was terrible. So Derek Queen just left. He just left Kevin Love, who just scored a 3 over him one of the possessions prior. He just turned his back on him again. This is why Derek Queen, realistically, on a team that was trying to win, Derek Queen wouldn't be playing at all. Like he's virtually unplayable some nights. And tonight it's kind of looking like that to start, because this motherfucker just hit a leaning, falling 3 from the right corner a couple of possessions prior. This time, you go to help on the drive, turn your back on the guy who just hit a 3. All Kevin Love want to do at this stage of his career is catch and shoot. So why'd you leave him? Why'd you turn your back? And then what you was gonna do? You think you was gonna block the ball? I don't know, son. You say Derek had one job. He trying to get his rebounding badges. I don't know what that reverse shit he just tried to do was. But, man, this dude here, bro. And that's the thing. Yeah, you absolutely got to know your personnel. I don't even know if he ever watched Kevin Love. Kevin Love, he probably know what Kevin Love is with this coaching staff. They're like, oh, that guy? Oh, yeah, don't worry about him. Leave him. He's a bum. Motherfucker just hit a falling sideways Kobe All-Star game corner 3, the prior possession on your ass, and then you just, bruh. Oh my God, bruh. Hold on one second. Yeah, bruh. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, what was that, bro? Like, I don't know, dog. Like, I don't know. Yeah, giving up 37 points to the Jazz team that's missing players is crazy. Especially just they're missing so many guys. they weren't even like scoring incredibly. Like it was just you just look ridiculous. You giving up offensive rebounds again. If I go to the box score, in fact, I can go look at the box score right now and see how this is looking. So going to the box score, what the hell? Let me refresh this because this don't look right. Going to the box score, offensive rebounds. Offensive rebounds are tied, surprisingly. They're tied, surprisingly. But to me, yeah, this is not right. Because there ain't no way in the world the Jazz only got fucking 6 rebounds. NBA.com tripping again. NBA.com is tripping again. They got the Jazz for fucking 6 rebounds total. I know that ain't right. But this is ridiculous. All right, so Zion back in with Dejounte. Yeah. Yes, we'll see what they do. Oh, Lord, Derek's still out there. So we got a 1.5. Well, I guess you could call it 1.5, 2.5 shooter lineup, I guess. All right. Nice drive right there by Bryce. That was a very nice drive and change of direction right there by Bryce. Jazz missing their top rotational players and the Pelicans still struggling. Facts. They still got their coach, Mike. They still got that coach who I think is one of the best in the league, man. And that's, to me, that's really the difference maker tonight. This is pathetic. Somebody just threw something on the court. What the fuck was that? Oh, my God. Derek, get the ball, man. God damn. Good screen by Zion. Gotta give it to him. All right, watch for help. Oh, nice move. Nice move right there over that motherfucking right shoulder. That was nice. That was nice. Did y'all see that motherfucking move? And look, if he would have waited a half a second later, it would have been a double team. But he spun before the help could really get over there. That was nice. That was nice over that right shoulder. That was very nice. That was nice. That was very nice. Yeah, that was a quick ass timeout. He's like, wait a minute. He about to embarrass us out this bitch. We don't start quitting until like the fourth quarter. Louisiana girl say I'm tripping for feeling that they doing Fields a disservice by not letting him play along Z with Dejounte back. I wouldn't say you tripping. I have liked some of Fears and Zion's chemistry the last couple of games. But I mean, I think we kind of knew that Dejounte was going to get the lion's share of the minutes paired with Zion. It's weird because in an ideal world, it's Dejounte, Poole, Zion, Trey in the center. Or like, even if you had Sadiq Bey out there, let's say you're going with your NASCAR package. I wouldn't really know where Fears would even fit in that scenario. Now, one thing I will say with Fears, though, Fears can collapse the defense, and he knows how to dish to the dunker spot. He can get to the teeth of the defense, dish to Zion in the dunker spot for an easy bucket. That's something Fears has been really good at doing recently. Not tonight because, he's been turning the ball over. But that's something he's been good at doing recently. In this scenario, though, I don't really know where he would play with Zion, with Dejounte being back. If he was a better shooter, maybe, but they definitely gonna play Dejounte. So it would have to be either Fears or Poole in this scenario. I probably would go with Poole just for, a threat at shooting the ball. But I'm not sure. I don't think you're crazy though. I don't think you're tripping though. But I have liked what I've seen with Zion and Fears the last couple of games, especially in transition. But it's only been like 2-3 games, like the last 2-3 games. Let's see here. All right. Say Utah coach say fuck. Oh my bad. Say Zion got to give it. Yeah. Is Bey the number one option? I think so. B Thomas. You know what's funny? I gotta look at this. I would bet that Sadiq Bey has the highest usage on the roster right now. It would either be him or Trey. I would bet money on that. I really would bet money on that. So this is a no center all offense lineup right here. No center all offense lineup. I really think Carlo should be out there instead of Queen. But we'll see what they decide to do. Oh my God, Derek. Oh, grab the ball. All right. I kind of think Carlo would make more sense out there. I really think Carlo would make more sense out there personally. Oh, I thought that shit was going in, fool. I really thought that shit was going in. Bree said Dejounte ruining my team's chemistry. Oh man. This is a bad lineup, in my opinion. I don't think Derek fits in this lineup. Oh, look, you got a skip pass. There you go. Shoot that shit, Derek. I would have liked to see Derek take that three. That was a good skip pass right there by Queen. The pass came late, in my opinion, but it was the right pass to make. I just think it came kind of late, in my opinion. Oh, I gotta cut my damn ringer off. My fucking phone going off. My bad, y'all. Let me see here. Shout out to my cousin in the chat. I'm eating some lifesaver gummies. What up with you guys? I'm eating some lifesaver gummies. Say Messi taking Carlo minutes. It's a good question. I think that's a very good question, Louisiana Gal, because ultimately it's gonna come down to Messi, Carlo, and DeAndre Jordan. I think when Messi comes back, maybe we see less DeAndre Jordan. Maybe. Right? Maybe. Because like you can't keep playing fucking DeAndre Jordan. But I think when Messi come back, we may see less DeAndre Jordan. I'm hoping that they lean into that too big lineup because at this point, you can't bench Carlo or Messi. So the only real option would be benching DeAndre Jordan. And oh my God, Zion fell asleep right there. That was a good chase down block. Zion got bailed out with a good chase. Well, he bailed himself out with a good recovery chase down block. But he fell asleep on defense and got beat off dribble. That could have been a disaster. Watch your player, not the ball, man. Watch your man, not the ball. We keep falling to fucking sleep. We ain't got nobody under the rim right now. Good defense. Run with him, Bryce. 4-on-2. Oh, Bryce. Boy, that's the second or third time Bryce did that this season. Oh my God. We just blew a 4-on-2 opportunity, son. We just blew a 4-on-2 opportunity, gave up a fucking transition bucket. Bryce misses so many dunks. That's like Bryce's third missed dunk this season. Now, what the fuck? Y'all gotta be careful with that. It's too late in the season. Motherfuckers be getting injured and shit. Be cool, Pool. Yeah, look, that was some whole ass shit dude did. But be cool, Pool. It's too late in the season, motherfuckers be fighting. Yeah, we gotta be one of the worst fast break teams in the league, undoubtedly. That's why, to me, again, this is not a queen lineup. You need a motherfucker that could jump in this lineup. That's not a queen lineup, in my opinion. I would much rather Carlo. Carlo would have had a putback dunk right there, at least a putback lay-in. This is not a queen lineup, in my estimation. It's just tough to see where. Like, I know people like to compare. People will talk about building the team, and they say, well, building the team around Queen presents similar issues to building the team around Zion. And it's like, no, that's not apples to apples, because you shouldn't even building a team is not something you would around Queen. Is not something you would even consider, to be honest. Because Queen offense is bad. It'd be one thing if he were just bad defensively. Offensively, he's so bad that it's like, how would you really build a team? Like it ain't a situation where you can say, all right, well, he's a beast at getting to the rim. That looks like a clean block to me. He's a beast at getting to the rim. I'm going to put some shooters around him. It's like, all right, but he's not a beast at getting to the rim. It's like, all right, well, he's a beast under the post. We just going to put some shooters around him. All right, but he's not a beast under the post. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a totally different thing. I think Queen probably is he's looking like he's going to be a very solid rotational player. He just don't look like the signs ain't there for a great offensive player, in my opinion. It's early. He's a rookie. I just don't see it, bro. He's too limited athletically. He's too limited. Like I just don't see it. Yeah, we need to practice how to rebound. I agree with Rock. Said, why don't people put two hands on the ball, rebound anymore, secure the damn possession? Yeah, even like with Bryce, I guess Bryce was kind of jumping over a guy, but he did a tap out. I'm like, just grab the ball, bro. Grab the fucking ball. And when you jumping, I guess also it's just like physics. I guess if you jumping with one hand, you probably got more balance physically than when you jumping with two hands. So maybe they worried about they're like psychologically and just naturally they're worried about the landing, like how they'll land if they're off balance with two hands versus how they would land when they're off balance. Well, how they would land when they just got one hand. Michael said, Chaz, real question, bro. Why is Herb never come off the bench? Relationships. You know what I'm saying? Herb, the last few seasons, before last season and this season, Herb been consistent, professional. He's defended well. Don't really complain. Low maintenance kind of guy. I do think they did themselves a bit of a disservice not starting Trey earlier. But then also Trey's guy dealt with injuries. Zion injured. Brandon injured. Like, you know what I'm saying? Herb was kind of thrust into a position where he had to start. Even Herb started because Josh Hart got hurt. Like, you know what I'm saying? The only reason Herb ever really started is because Josh Hart got hurt. And Herb, like, never let go of that position. He lived up to the position for a couple of seasons. Now it's kind of like, the bud is off the rose. It's time to move on. Where's the foul here? Oh, and that's out on Utah in my opinion. I don't know if I see a foul. I don't think I saw a foul. He hit his hand, but it was like, hand a part of the ball. I don't know. I don't know about that one. That looked like a clean block. Like a clean block to me. B. Thomas says this game look wild. Yeah, this is an ugly game. Shit, last game was ugly. But see, I don't like this. Because why? I guess because they called a foul on the floor. We going with a jump ball. To me, this don't seem like a jump ball situation. That should have just been a side out. Like, I don't like that shit. Says that me or DQ has no hands, always flimsy with it. You know what? He might be one of those guys with small hands. Who can't like palm a basketball. Cause I know, oh my God, what are we doing here, bro? What was that? Like, what was that, bro? What was that? What are y'all doing? What the fuck are these dudes doing? Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. Dog. Oh my God. What the fuck was that? This team so skinny and weak. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, that's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. All right. Dejounte get the ball. Dejounte got his head down the whole time. He probably never even really secured the basketball. Whatever. But if you're Derek, you as a big, you can't just get pushed off your spot like that. Like, you can't get pushed off the spot like that. And your reaction time is so slow and poor. It's like, all right, there go the ball. By the time he realized the motherfucker missed, the ball is on the floor already and the opposing team has the ball. That's why it's like, what are we doing? Like, come on, man. And Derek's still out there. Oh, my God. There go Carlo right there about to check in. Carlo probably about to come get Zion, though. He probably not about to even come get Derek. This is terrible. This is terrible. It's terrible. Again, it's a very well-coached team. I don't think they should be blowing Utah out or no shit like that because I think Utah is that well-coached. But at the same time, come on. Good finish right there. Nice pass by Derek. Good finish. Yeah, like Derek, you can't get pushed off your spot like that, dog. Ace Bailey, I know we just talked about Ace Bailey gaining muscle and getting stronger. You can't get pushed off your spot like that. You just can't get pushed off the spot like that if you DQ. And can we please box someone the fuck out? Yep. Zion make 2 buckets in a row. It's called a timeout. I was about to say, Is he sending them out? Yep, it's out. He's out. Zion make 2 buckets in a row. He's out. Jordan Poole and Zion out. Ain't that a bitch? So maybe they about to bring them back in around like the 3-minute mark so they could close the quarter or close the half. But now, if you the Pelicans, you got to score because you proven that you can't really stop this team. You got to score. Big shot right there by Jeremiah Fears. Big shot. Big shot. Yo, Trey, look, we already knew it was coming. Don, Austin, Trey, my dog Trey Alexander, Chad, we knew that was coming. We knew they were about to sub him out. As soon as he made that second bucket, he was about to sub out. Said Poole played good with no shots made. Yeah, I thought Poole played well. I thought he had some solid passes. Defensively, though, he had a couple lapses defensively. Like on that last missed 3. Oh, get up, Jeremiah. Get up. Jeremiah heard me talking. Jeremiah like, Chad, shut the fuck up. My bad, dog. My bad, homie. Shit. My bad. Good stop. Ah, Derek! Wake up, Derek! Wake up! Wake the fuck up! Oh my God! This brother here! Oh my God! Derek! Wake up! What is this man doing, bro? What is this man doing? Chunk say, he said, that's why I'm saying Derek got to retire. Man, that was bad, bro. Every time there's a 50-50 ball in there, Derek, he's never getting it. It's like he don't even know the ball is live. He's not paying attention. Just now, Fears got the deflection. That was a 50-50 ball. The pass still made it to the corner, and you gave up a 3. That's the 4th 3 you've given up tonight, Derek, in the corner. That's the 4th 3 in the corner you giving up tonight. Wake up! Or even better than wake up, take him out the game. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Oh, my fucking goodness, boy. Oh, my fucking goodness. Oh, my goodness. It gotta be dope. These dudes is on heroin. Oh, my God. Get this dude off the fucking court, son. What the fuck was that? Is these niggas on smack? Oh, my fucking goodness. Oh, my fucking goodness. What the fuck was that? What kind of motherfucking rockhead shit was that? What kind of rockhead shit was that? Man, these niggas on PCP. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Oh my fucking goodness. That was What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? This what the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? Carlo panicked. What happened right there was Carlo panicked, right? Herb was already out of bounds when Carlo was trying to pass him the ball. Herb had like 1 foot in bounds. So the ball got deflected. Carlo was supposed to just hold the ball, settle down, and find a guard. As soon as he got the ball, he was like, I can't dribble. I got to find a guard. This nigga tripping. Whoa, what up with you, Detroit Warren? What up, though, homie? What up, though? He said, be time was slower to slow. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dog. Dog. Oh, my God. Dog, that was such a terrible trade. That was a terrible trade, son. Today, as it currently stands, that was the worst trade in team history. As it currently stands today. It's not the Luka trade, of course. It might ultimately not end up being a terrible trade. Oh my God, Herb, the main motherfucking Sherm head out there, doing nonsensical shit. This what the fuck? This Herb. This is Herb every night. Every night playing just like this, playing like this picture looks. This nonsensical shit, stupid shit. I already knew that was about to happen, though. As soon as they took Zion out the game, you knew this run was coming. Jeremiah Fears put the team on his back, and this motherfucker here, like, man, get these dudes out of here, bro. Derek Queen and Herb then gave up this entire fucking run. Derek Queen and Herb, just useless right now. This useless right now, son. God damn, bro. Like, come on, man. Give me a fucking knife. Give me a knife. Give me a knife. These niggas here. The fuck was this? And look, that was an ATO. So Herb did that drive on purpose. That was an ATO. So, man, who do you think you is? Who you think you is? Oh my fucking goodness, dog. That was just, oh boy, that was terrible. That's the thing too. You can dunk. You know, dunking is an option. This is not the WNBA. Dunk the fucking ball. This is not the gym league. Dunk the ball, bro. What you doing? Why are you even out here? God damn. These niggas crazy. The fuck is this? Every day I understand Melvin on Baby Boy more and more, bro. Every day I understand Melvin on Baby Boy more and more. They want a nigga to go to jail for life. They got 2 strikes and they want you to go to jail for life. That's the Pelicans. The Pelicans really want you to go to jail for life. They really do. They want you to throw it all away. They really do. And this don't make no sense. This don't make no sense at all. This is ridiculous. Oh my God. All right, can we get a smart possession here? You in the bonus. Get up. Oh, Sadiq in his fucking bag. There you go. Sadiq. Sadiq what? Yeah. Sadiq a wild dude. Sadiq is a wild fucking dude, dog. Shout out to Action Jackson. Sadiq went in his bag and pulled every fucking move out for that and one. Shout out to Action Jackson. Sadiq been the best player for the Pelicans tonight so far. Shout out to Action Jackson. He said Herb betting on them games. Man, I wouldn't be shocked, honestly, the way things was looking. Say Sadiq been one of the few bright spots this year. Facts. Fuck, it's probably been like 3 bright spots total, and he been one of them. Let's see. Dumas and Troy and witness protection. We don't hear shit from them. They signed Bryce without press or pitches. Squallow, what up, Squallow? Yeah, you know, Joe. I gotta go back and see that Joe talked much in Detroit. Troy Weaver, what I've taken away from him, watching him and some of his, I did some research on him. Whoa, what up, gang? What up with your homie? I hope you're doing well, brother. I did some research on him when he was in Detroit. He did speak more often. The one thing they getting away with Troy Weaver is that he hasn't been technically announced as the general manager, if I'm not mistaken. They're just like, well, Bryce is gone, so he's like the heir apparent. But I don't know if he's been named as the general manager. So he could say, well, I ain't have to talk. I ain't the general manager. That late-ass call. If he would have made it, they wouldn't have called that. But that was a late-ass call. It was a foul, but it was a late-ass call. Say Herb has to go this offseason? Yeah, he definitely do. Herb is terrible. And I like her. I don't mean it in a disrespectful way or a personal way or nothing like that. Herb just bad. He really is. Say, I would love to see the score to turnover ratio coming out of a timeout. You know what, B. Thomas? I would suspect it's really bad. I really would suspect that it's really bad. Because we really just, most of our ATOs are Sadiq post-ups, traditionally. Aside from, I guess one can say what Herb driving to the rim is breaking the norm. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's thinking outside the box, but shit. They trapping like that. Get it to Bryce. Look at Bryce. Good pass. Good kick. Ah, there you go. Beautiful passing right there. Beautiful passing. Yeah, ball don't lie. Shout out to Slim South, ball don't lie. That was excellent passing across the board. Excellent passing and recognition. Why I always be wanting to say recognition? Recognition. Red ball. There you go, Carlo! My son right there. It's my fucking son. I know y'all see the resemblance. That's my son. Good shit, Carlo. I didn't like that shot by Sadiq Bey. That's the shot you take if you got a 2-for-1 at the end of the quarter. Carlo! Yo, that boy Carlo out there fucking balling. I didn't like that shot by Sadiq. In my opinion, that last shot Sadiq took, that's a shot you take if it's like a 2-for-1 at the end of the quarter, you should post, like, you got an 11-point lead. Let's try to get a solid possession out there and extend the lead. I didn't like that. Yeah, Louisiana guy said Troy was hired as a senior vice president of basketball operations. He doesn't have to talk. And that's the thing, right? When they initially announced that was a good defense right there. When they announced, calm down. All right. Dunk that shit. There you go. Let's go, y'all. Let's go. B. Thomas on the Mavs tanking. Also, I believe so. B. Thomas, because Kyrie said he not coming back. So I would suspect they tanking. Damn, that was a nice motherfucking spin move right there. I ain't gonna lie. That was a nice spin move and a great pass right there. I ain't gonna lie. That was nice. That was nice by Utah. So you know what's funny, Chaz? We've been screaming for Carlo to play, but Willie wasn't playing. Facts. And you know what, dog? We've been begging for Carlo to play the last couple of years because it's almost like that was a foul, bro. The fucking foul, man. That late ass whistle. He fouled the fuck out Sadiq Bey across the arm. Yeah, we've been calling for that, right, bro? And the crazy thing is, look, people all learn when they learn. You know what I'm saying? But there was no excuse, in my opinion, not to play Carlo a lot of this season. Like, we had some nights where Carlo was getting like 8 minutes. Steve was getting like 8 minutes, 9 minutes. It's like, no, man, play these dudes. It ain't like you got this crazy front court rotation where you can't afford to play those guys. Like, play them. What do you got? It's not even a what you got to lose scenario, but it's like, what do you have to lose realistically? There's upside there. Play them. You know what I'm saying? J Black said Herb not going nowhere. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe not, though. It would be a terrible decision, in my opinion, though. They should move on. I missed the interesting comment earlier. I want to go back and read. Oh, Austin. There you go. He said, Austin said, I remember watching Herb in the 49-win season. I really thought he was going to be a solid, serviceable player for us. He could just be having a... See, the thing is, great defense by Carlo. Great defense. Oh, my God. That was Dejounte Murray fault. That fast break right there, that was Dejounte fault. Oh, my God. Herb. Jesus Christ. That motherfucker almost baptized Herb. That was Dejounte Murray fault. For one, Dejounte Murray lost control of the ball. He tried to pass it to Sadiq Bey too late. And he didn't recognize Sadiq Bey running at first. And by the time he recognized him, he was better off just keeping the ball. And, but that's 0 points on a 3-on-1 fast break, if I'm not mistaken. And you just had a 4-on-2 fast break that netted you 0 points as well. And again, Dejounte supposed to be the point guard, supposed to, be the IQ guy. That was terrible execution by Dejounte. That was terrible. Just being real. That was terrible. Louisiana guys say they have to move on from Herb. I get not wanting to move from a player at their lowest, but they need to balance out this roster, especially if they extend Sadiq. Too many wings. Yeah, and it's too many just non-serviceable guys offensively. Like, you ain't got to be awesome offensively, but I mean, fuck, is Herb's defense really that much better than Bryce's defense right now? Like, can one really say, well, Herb fucking shut down corner right now. You know what I'm saying? We can't get rid of him. No, he's not like shutting anybody down or doing anything particularly special. Just being real. And I'm not trying to disparage him. That's just what it is. Ethan, what up with your homie? I'm not trying to disparage him at all. I want him to succeed because if he succeeds, that means the team is succeeding. I want Herb to be great. Fuck. But the writing was all over. Like, the writing was on the wall last offseason. That was, get that. Damn, Bryce. Damn, Bryce. That's Bryce's fault right there. That's like the second, third time Bryce did that. Bryce been bad with the 50-50 balls. Bryce had the motherfucking rebound in his hand and just let it go. But yeah, if you can move Herb and get some shooting, maybe another rotational big, man, you do that shit 10 times out of 10. You're not even thinking twice about that. Like, on the real. Even if somebody want to give you one really good first at the end of the lottery, maybe like pick 14, pick 15, man, you do that shit 10 times out of 10. You don't even think twice. Like, you can't have a Herb Jones contract on a bad team or on a mediocre team. You gotta move on from them. Seriously. Say, Chad, you still going after Ja this summer? Yeah, if they willing to take DeJounte, I'm going after Ja this summer. Ain't nothing changed. Like Umar say, you know the rules. Nothing's changed. Yeah, like, I'm going after Umar. That was a terrible shot by DeJounte. Terrible shot. Oh, Zion was wide open. But he would have had to thread the needle. Sadiq would have had to thread the needle over Filipowski, but Zion was wide fucking open, bro. Oh my God, get Dejounte out of here. Dejounte, you gotta shoot it, bro. Oh my God, that whole fucking possession, Dejounte. Yes, Trey, to answer your question, absolutely, I'm going after Ja. Absolutely, I'm going after Ja. That was terrible what Dejounte just did. So I want shooters like the Bucks. I think they cut. It's funny. B. Thomas, a guy who they ended up cutting, Amir Coffey last year with the Clippers. He shot the ball really well. I wanted the Pelicans to go after him, but he's going to be a free agent this upcoming offseason. A guy like that, you still have to try to target and bring it to your organization. Maybe he'll have a Sadiq Bey type, I don't want to say he ain't going to play as well as Sadiq Bey, but you want to give yourself a chance to get a guy who potentially has some upside or who can help you with the skill set he already has. Say people who still support Herb as a player, it's because he's a likable guy and plays hard. You can't deny he sucks. Put your feelings and emotions to the side. Yeah, it's not a thing. For me, it's never personal because I'll be real. I don't know none of these dudes like that, and I don't really want to meet none of them or get to know them. But it's like at the end of the day, this is a results-oriented business. This is results-driven. So Carlo ain't know what to do just now. This is a results-driven business, and Herb not living up to his end of the bargain results-wise, man. He just ain't. Yeah, Jana, that was a terrible possession. It really is a terrible possession. That was terrible. That was a couple bad, Dejounte possessions in a row, to be honest. Dejounte a little too liberal with the basketball. I know he got to find his rhythm and find his groove, but he a little herky-jerky with the basketball right now, to be honest. They challenging that shit, too. Oh, Will don't give a fuck. Will, we only playing in the first half. I might as well use all these challenges. Who cares? Is Jordan Hawkins still on the roster? Yeah, unfortunately, 504, he's still there. They're going to try to move that $7 million expiring this offseason. Probably take on a bad contract. Probably take on a guy like Ja's contract or to a lesser extent, maybe Zach LaVine. But they're going to have to move that contract. Look at Jason Terry. I didn't know Jason Terry was on that staff. Austin says Dejounte Zion pick and roll the rest of the time. What's funny? I don't think I've seen that yet tonight. It's funny you mentioned that. I don't think I've seen that yet tonight. Sadiq is awful in transition. Yeah, Sadiq not really a transition player in my opinion. Trade Herb, get some shooting in the offseason. Yeah, I mean, you could do a lot with an additional $15 million this offseason. Because if you move up with Herb's contract, like for the future, oh man, you got a lot of avenues to build out this roster. You could give guys bad, inflated, bloated contracts in the offseason, free agents, and then package them and try to trade them. Like, there's things you could do. Or you could take on bad salary for picks. There's a lot of things you could do if you were able to move that contract. Because at this point, it's a bad contract, in my opinion. Yeah, Meech, he is kind of only looking to score. But he played the same exact way in the fourth quarter last game. Oh my God, these motherfuckers winning every challenge. But in my opinion, he played the same way last game, in the fourth quarter especially, like just kind of out for itself a little bit. And it's like you can do that if you beat motherfuckers off the dribble or you kind of got it going on offense. But when you don't got it going, you got to recognize what's happening here. Feed the hot hand, man. Ooh, nah, Louisiana Gal, am I offering him? He got 2 years left, right? Only way I offer Zion an extension is if he play all of next season. If he play 65 games next season too, then I might offer him an extension. But I ain't taking the bait. Or if I offer him an extension now, it's gonna be it ain't gonna be no crazy extension. It would probably have to be. I don't know. It'll be close to what he's making now. I'll say that. It'll be close to what he's making now, just because you want a motherfucker to actually accept the deal. But at the same time, I couldn't offer him $45 million or nothing like that. I don't know. I think the only way you really do it is if you get a discount this offseason. But for me personally, I'm kicking the can. I'm kicking the can to next season. I'm kicking the can next season, honestly. Get off me. Good. Lost the handle. Oh! Oh, nice. That worked out well. Shit. Damn, that's Zion first assist of the game. That's Zion first assist of the game. Scorsese ain't been watching the game. How it's looking so far. It's been a dog fight. They trying to pull away a little bit right now. Them being the Pelicans, they trying to pull away a little bit right now. But it's been a very sloppy game of basketball, truthfully. The game. Honestly, the game would be cleaner, bro, if Herb and Derek didn't play. I think, and I hate to say that, but I think if you went this whole game without playing Herb and Derek so far, I think the Pelicans might be up like 25 or something. Those minutes were just so terrible, and it sucks because you need those guys to perform, bro. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But yo, you called for the 2-man action, Austin. Look, it wasn't a pick and roll, but you got the 2-man action between Zion and DJ right there. Dejounte, man. Said Janice said luckily the Jazz are cold at the moment. Yeah, and they also not even playing nobody. So yeah. No extension to Zion this offseason. Meech say Zion only bringing up his value. The more games he plays, might get an extension. Yeah, it's possible. It's just like, look, at the end of the day, everybody play the game for money. Motherfucker ain't about to be playing this game for free. Everybody playing for money at the end of the day. So people say, well, he's only playing because he wants to get paid. Yeah, motherfucker, that's why I play basketball. I don't play for free. I'm not playing for my fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? I play to get paid. Like, what do you think this is? Like, what do you think this is? I didn't like that last shot by Dejounte. I didn't like that at all. Didn't like it. But it is what it is. But, yeah, I'm not out here playing basketball for fun. I'm playing to get paid. So, I think that's a stupid talking point. Oh, he's only been available now because his money is on the line. All right, okay. like what the fuck? That's what dudes do. Like that's the basketball. That's the NBA. If you ain't got no guarantees, you out there playing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gonna be out there playing. But it's gonna be interesting to see if he get extended though. Because I wonder if they take this like, all right, one half of the job is done. Let's see if you can pull it off again. If you pull it off again, we'll give you whatever contract you want. Now, that's going to be interesting. What do y'all think a Zion extension looks like? I'm curious, what do y'all think a Zion extension looks like? Say, hold on, my bad. Don says Zion did everything Joe and Troy asked, got in shape, came off the bench. Zion's getting a massive extension, or why Chicago give him one? Whew. Well, shit, they would have to let him, he would have to let him know that he's walking in free agency. If he was going to get that from Chicago. By then, they probably end up trading him, and then Chicago probably extend him. 3 years, $30 million. Slim South, come on now, Slim South. That's disrespectful. 3 years, 30, $10 million each? Nah. Yeah, he would probably be insulted by that. 325? What's that? That's about 41 each? Probably about 40 something each. Little over 40. Squallow said not a max. Yeah, I'm not giving him a max. Mike, you say 120, so even 40 each. I probably would do that. If he was willing to take 120, yeah, I'm doing that. I do that. Easy. I'll do Louisiana Gal deal too. 3 years, 125. Keep the same incentives in that contract. I'll probably do that. Now, I don't think he'd get the same incentives though, because honestly, I think they did a bad deal with these current incentives. I think his agency did a bad deal. I'd be mad as a motherfucker if I was Zion. I'd be like, bitch, you put all this shit in my contract? Like, I'd be mad. Zion cost himself a lot of money. But he also had some freak injuries that wasn't his fault that he couldn't control, but his agent did a bad job. That's probably why his agent wasn't with him much longer after that, honestly. You give him the Brandon contract. I got to look at Brandon's deal again. My first instinct, I didn't want to mention Brandon on the show, but my first instinct was like, I probably wouldn't do that because I think that contract is so bad that the Raptors did. But you could get away with that if you don't have other bad contracts. But I guess it depends on how you feel about the Quickly deal and how you feel about RJ needing a new deal, how you feel about Scotty's deal. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Ethan said every BBL and Nola better watch out Zion year's extension. Oh yeah, Zion gonna be he gonna be shopping till he drop. Louisiana gal say shout out to Fears, Carlo, and Sadiq. Game was entirely too close before they went on their run. Facts. Carlo's defense has been incredible. Chad say damn 180 for the half. That's why I had stopped betting, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Cause you will be outside the motherfucking house betting. That's why I had to stop. Q say I think Poole's getting benched again when Trey and Eve come back. Yeah, it'll be fucked up, but I think you might be on to something, Q. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just because I think Bryce might be the first casualty. I think it's gonna be Bryce and probably DeAndre. Probably Bryce and DeAndre. But they already cutting Queen minutes more and more and more. If Queen keep playing how he playing, he gonna be in some bad spots. He gonna be in some bad spots to end the season. Say Zion with more bread might be a bad combination. Yeah, well, Zion love bread. I'll tell you that. And fuck, I eat a whole king cake myself. I need to stop fucking around. I'm supposed to be shooting this boxing movie. I've been eating king cake and shit. I'm tripping. I gotta get my ass in the gym. This snow fucking me up. Squallow said Griff gets grief, but it was a master stroke. Zion's deal got stipulations, but he did get close to the max. Yeah. Well, what up with you, Jess? How you doing, Jess? Shout out to Jess in the building. Yeah, I thought Griff negotiated a couple deals very well. The Drew trade, in hindsight, and the Zion deal. To me, as soon as I read the stipulations of that deal, I was like, oh, Zion, he should fire his agency. Because they pretty much gave him the Joel Embiid deal. Audio, what's happening, homie? Yeah, Carlo might be taking Queen minutes. Queen, DQ. It's a bad situation. That's all I'm going to say. I don't want to pile on the young brother. Because, look, I fuck with Derek Queen, y'all. I support Derek Queen. When everybody turned on Derek Queen after Summer League, look, I had these shirts made. I was trying to support the brother. But, man, I gotta keep it a buck. He looking rough right now, dog. I ain't going to lie. GSP says Dejounte, Sadiq, Trey, Carlo, Eve. That should be the 5. No Zion, GSP. Too slow a foot. Yeah. He said DQ is lazy. Yeah, some of that is lazy and motor. Oh, he said 3 years, $30 million for Zion. Oh, you meant 30 per year. Okay, I got you. So 390. Yeah, shit. I mean, J. Cal said, do I miss Jose? Hell no. And look, this is not a knock on Jose at all. This is not a knock on Jose. Not whatsoever. But watching these games, do you miss Jose? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not a knock on Jose. Because, for example, if Jose was here, you probably wouldn't have some of the games Bryce McGowan has had, right? DeJounte, you wouldn't have, like, Derek Fears playing with DeJounte coming back. Jeremiah Fears playing with DeJounte coming back because where would Jose fit in that scenario? Shout out to Jose, but I don't know, dog. Like, I don't know. No, I don't. To answer your question, I don't. I ain't gonna lie. And it's not a knock on him. It's just like, man. Detroit Warren said, yo, what you think about that boy, Darius or Cup Jr.? I ain't check him out yet. I'll do the knowledge on him. I'll check him out. We had a fire spaces yesterday. We was talking about a couple of prospects. My stupid ass forgot to record the spaces. That's my bad, y'all. But, yo, we going to be doing them spaces like on Wednesdays and Thursdays moving forward. That way it's easier for people to access. If you don't follow me, I'm gonna put my Twitter tag, my Twitter handle in the joint. It's at Cheddar Chaz, CheddAChaz on Twitter, and y'all can follow me on Twitter and shit, so y'all can join the spaces when we go up. Say he too little. Yeah, I mean, he gotta get a lot stronger. I tell you that. He should. Ace Bailey cannot be driving and just pushing Derek Queen off his spot the way he did tonight. That's unacceptable. He got to get a lot stronger. Audio say, I thought I would see the DQ, DJ and Poole combo way more, but Fizz is getting better. Yeah, Fizz looking all right, man. He had a rough start to the game, but he's doing his thing. Yes, Chris Senek. Yep, shout out to Michael Morgan. We talked about Chris Senek. And shout out to Ivy, our dog Ivy. He actually works with Chris Senek, you know what I'm saying? He might be in the Pelicans range if the Pelicans do decide to move up into the late lottery, maybe, you know. Let's see here. Hold up. I don't want to miss none of y'all questions. Audio, you said Carlos should be starting? Okay. Don, you said Pelican fans got Zion fatigue. They should listen to the opposing teams call our games. Other teams would love Zion. You know what's funny because I usually don't listen to the AD and Joel thing because I do like to get alternative perspectives. Teams kind of be like, well, this guy only got 13 shots. What are they doing? So I do think a better utilization of his talents would go a long way. Truthfully, say Chaz, can we make the play-in? Well, it's mathematically possible. Kawhi out right now with an ankle. The only thing is they owe that pick to OKC, so I doubt they totally shut him down. It's mathematically possible. The Pelicans will have to do their end of the bargain, though. The Pelicans will have to win a couple games that they not supposed to win. Whoa, what up with your Who Dat? Shout out to Who Dat in the building. They just left so much money on the table. It's hard for me to have faith with them boys at all, you know. They left so much money on the table. The Wealthy Few said, did the Pelicans get a second for this year in the Jose trade? Yeah, I believe so. I believe they got like a fake second, like a late second. They probably could end up selling that shit for cash considerations. Jaden, what up with your homie? RJ, what's happening with you? See, this March schedule is brutal. Yeah. But look, it's the Pelicans, so every game. If the Jazz was relatively healthy tonight, it would be brutal. Say, making the plan will set us back years. You think so, Black Nerd? You know what's funny? I don't think so because they not breaking the team up anyway, Joe. That's why I wouldn't think so. Because unless they got a crazy deal, Trey and Zion will probably be back. I don't know about Herb, but I think they already predetermined what they're going to do for next year. H. Bizzle say, Teague podcast suggests Indiana should offer their pick for Trey. Would you consider it if it's top 3? I don't like this draft that much, to be honest. Like, I watched Peterson a bit. I don't get the hype. Like, I don't get the hype with Peterson personally. I'll trade it if they had AJ. I'd be like, all right, let's do it. But for Peterson, somebody like I don't know. I don't trust what's happening with that situation at all, to be honest. Fears, Baypool, Bryce in the 5. Jess, you talking about the second unit? Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying. See, I bench Bay, his game perfect for coming off the bench. But that's the thing, Meech. Sadiq might be like, nigga, I've been one of your best players. I've been arguably your second best player this season. You gonna bench me and not the dude averaging 8, 3, and 2? You gonna bench me and not this guy? Like, you know what I'm saying? Ego plays a big part in this shit. And remember, Troy Weaver drafted Sadiq Bey. So I don't know. Don said Clippers, Bulls, Brooklyn, Bucks, Phoenix would break the bank for Zion. Yeah, I imagine so, especially Clippers because they got to fill in that new arena. Squallow said Jose maxed out his time and no. Yo, why is halftime? Also, everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. We crossed 60,000 subs. Next stop, 70, 100, whatever. We gonna keep pushing though. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit the bell notification as well. Squallow said Jose maxed out his time in Nola, going to the Knicks, going to set dude up post-career for money now, too. Good move by Dumas for goodwill with other players. Yeah, it also was a goodwill move. Like, that's something you can't, really ignore. You got to take that into account. You sent him where he was going, where he was always going to go. For me, I would have sent him to Indiana or some shit, for better picks. But if you wanted to do him a solid, whatever. Like, I think it's inconsequential, personally. Jesse, okay, I see what Jesse. Murray, Zion, Trey, Herb, and a 5. That should be the starters for her. With Fears, Bay, Poole, Queen, Bryce coming off the bench. Okay. Teague podcast. Oh, okay, my bad. I read that. H. Bizzle, my bad. When he was talking about trading, if it's top 3, I would certainly consider it though. Say Borrego gone. I hope so, man. I really do hope so. Oh, that's what y'all saying. Louisiana gal was saying, they should set them back because they'll bring back Borrego. Maybe not though, because they might say, all right, look, we made it off talent. You know what I'm saying? We made it off talent. We made it off Sadiq Bey. We good. Now, if we just had a real coach to push us to the next level, we can really do something. Because that's how motherfuckers think when they have some success at times. But coaches also got to be willing to come here. Like if they locked in on Jamal Mosley and Jamal Mosley doesn't get fired from Orlando, then what? Or if what's the team? If Milwaukee ends up firing Doc and they keep Darvin Ham or somebody else they're targeting, or maybe they promote Darvin, maybe they promote Rondo, maybe, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Say, when the last time you recorded music? Whew, it's been a little while. I've been writing some shit. I got some cool shit I wrote. I wrote something to that It sample. Y'all remember on the last episode of Welcome to Derry when It was playing that trombone? I wrote something fire to that. Look, I was hoping nobody was gonna mention no music because I said once we hit 60,000, I was gonna release a new song. So I probably will end up putting that song out. I'll probably put the song out next week. I'm gonna drop a new song next week. I'll drop something new next week. But I haven't gonna record it in a little minute though. Let me see. Making a plan that does nothing for no one other than the rookies and JB. Oh, I get what you're saying, Joe. I get what you're saying. GSP said they have to keep Sadiq and start him. I agree. Audio facts that Trey is our only projected all-star besides Zion next year. The only sniper Bay trade replace Herb, not Trey. Yeah, I think that's the thing with trade and trade, because then you still looking like, all right, so now I need to go find somebody who can shoot around this bitch. That's another thing. They really need to address that desperately. Like, desperately. H. Bizzle said they better hold out Trey until Bay or Herb can't play so they can have to make that decision on this organization. Let me see. My bad. Squallow, man, we got 84 people in here, just 49 likes. Yo, hit the like button. Hit the like button, y'all, before the second half start, man. Let's get it up to 84 likes, man. 84 people in here. People lurking, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, you know what I'm saying? We're going to go up. We probably not going to do the next game because it's Saturday and it's at 9:30 my time. I don't think y'all going to be in no house watching no damn game Saturday night. So we probably not going to do the next game. But make sure y'all hit that like button for sure. Say JB gone. We hiring a coach from UConn. Talking about Kevin Ollie. Yeah, I might. Joe, you're right. I probably am giving the organization too much credit, to be honest. Just say I just look at the lineups from starter to the bench. Same Murray, who I guess Herb, Bryce, defense, and so on. Yeah, I think Bryce. I don't honestly this season, bro. I don't think the Bryce to Herb drop off defensively is that much, to be honest. Like I really do think that if you took Herb out the starting lineup, you really wouldn't miss anything. Yeah, Borrego got to get the boot. He got to get the fuck on. So y'all, I do think they bringing in their guy no matter what, though. Jay Burke, I agree. I kind of think they're bringing in their guy no matter what. Okay, that was an interesting ATO. Sadiq, oh my God. That was so weird just now. That what just happened was bizarre. Big shot by her. What happened was bizarre as fuck just now. The top 5 MVP candidates list lets me know the NBA is a joke. Maybe it's me. Who the top 5 list? If Jaylen Brown ain't in the top 2, they out they mind. Cause Jaylen Brown been fucking balling this year. If Jaylen ain't in the top 2, they out they mind. But see, this year been weird, bro, because you got a lot of guys who not gonna qualify for the rewards because of the 65 game mandate. You got guys who not gonna qualify for the reward. Like all NBA gonna be weird this year, in my opinion. All-Star was weird, and the reward season might get a little weird as well, in my opinion. Squallow say Borrego refusing to play people for beef lost at least 5 games. Oh, at minimum. There were so many games this season where it was like, damn, Jordan Poole's still the 3rd leading scorer on the team, if I'm not mistaken. You couldn't play him 15, 20 fucking minutes. Like, you couldn't park him in the corner for a catch and shoot situation. That's ridiculous. Cade, Wemby, JB, SGA. If we talk about MVP, it should be Jaylen Brown. Because the second best player on that team is Derek White. Everybody else got help. Like, everybody else playing with, like, all-star caliber guys. Like, well, SGA ain't have, that was a nice finish right there. SGA didn't have Jaylen a lot of the season. But I think they're a championship team. Like, they just won the ring. So you can't, I don't think you could give it to him personally. I think it has to go to Jaylen Brown. Shout out to Cade, but Cade playing with another all-star. And Cade playing, I mean, I don't want to disparage what Cade doing. But he playing with another all-star. Sadiq Bey is balling. Dejounte Murray starting this half on fire also. Say that's why I was bringing the combo. The dropping something new? Oh, yeah, look, Jaquel, you remember it, huh, Jay? You remember. Yeah, I'm going to drop the song. I'm going to drop it next week. I'm going to upload and drop it next week. I'm going to drop it next week. For sure. Not y'all got my word. I'm going to upload something next week. Yeah, best record in the league. Say Wemby is the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Ugh, I can see maybe Defensive Player of the Year. I I just want to give the MVP to Jalen though, because Tatum been out. Derek White had an up and down season. Pritchard had an up and down season. And they in the East been brutal this year. When healthy, when guys have been healthy. Oh, come on now. You got to put a body on a body. That was bad. That was bad. Oh, yeah. How many games Wemby played this year? Matter of fact, I think he did whatchamacallit. Oh, boy. You got to catch that. DeAndre. I think he did. I think he might be ineligible. I'm glad that blood clot shit is over. All right, you need a timeout. They should play a timeout, call a timeout, because now the Pelicans looking lazy. They resting, walking through shit, fumbling the ball. This is ridiculous. Louisiana gal said, what coach can we afford? I think they can afford a couple. I think they got a $5 million budget, if I had to guess, because that's close to what Willie was making, allegedly, when he was fired. That was Stan Van Gundy's opening budget, like $5 million. So this totally hypothetical. Let's say Taylor Jenkins was still under contract, right? And Taylor Jenkins was like, all right, look, I'm still getting money from the last team, so I'll take this little extra $5 million on top of what I was making. Like, you know what I'm saying? You could find yourself in that type of situation. Whoa, what's happening with your most hated? What's happening, homie? Yeah, or I don't think Mike Malone is an option personally. But you got guys, like, again, you got guys on that second row of the bench that wouldn't cost you $5 million, like maybe a Rajon Rondo. I don't think Chris Paul would be interested in coming back. Chris Paul also, one major factor to consider with people who want to bring Chris Paul in. Chris Paul doesn't get along with anyone. Chris Paul has done so much for that Clippers organization, and they just told him, go home, stay away from us. He don't get along with nobody. So you got to think, you bringing him into the team, likability plays somewhat of a role. Like, you can't just be totally just unlikable. I don't think JJ Redick get along with a lot of people on the Lakers. Great defense, right? That was great hands right there by Dejounte Murray. That was great hands. I ain't like that pass, but that was great hands. Yeah, Dejounte made a bad pass right there. That pass should have went to Zion, not Sadiq Bey. Sadiq Bey made the right pass, but by then it was too late. The Jazz had already recovered. Yeah, that was bad, Dejounte. That was bad. Hold on, let me read some of y'all comments so I could catch up. You got K for MVP. I would respect it. Swallow say, first time we'll be hiring new coaches, not still paying the last one. Bro, we still got Casey Hill on the staff. That's fucking crazy. Still got all Willie Green staff. Jody Meeks, Greg Monroe, Collins. Oh, man, this is crazy. The carryover. Say, this Dejounte Murray. This DeAndre Ayton Laker stuff is getting crazy. He was screaming in the hallway a few games ago about them trying to turn him into Capella. Now his teammates won't pass to him. Yo, Ayton is another guy that's like, Ayton, it's you, bro. You're the problem. You're the problem, Ayton. Like, really, it's getting to that point. Because the Lakers threw you a bone to save your career. All you had to do was play your role and you was going to get paid. You know, the Lakers be giving motherfuckers contracts just off GP. He could have got paid. And you talking about Clint Capella. Clint Capella ain't have like a bad career. Clint Capella is still in the league and making money right now. So they trying to turn me to Clint Capella. No, you're turning yourself into Clint Capella because you won't go rebound aggressively, and you just want to shoot middies. They telling you, bro, you need to dunk. We need you to dunk. We need you to get down there and play like a big. And you don't want to do it. Like, you tripping, guys. Pelicans should be up an additional 10 points right now. They kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit this quarter, in my opinion. But I don't know what Herb tried to do just now. All right. What we doing here? Okay. Oh, that was a nice turnaround, one leg jumper right there by Dejounte. Yeah. I think what's your boy name? Look, ironically, oh my God. Yeah, DeAndre Jordan having some senior moments out there. Can we please put Carlo in the game? DeAndre Jordan is having some senior moments. He's looking bad. DeAndre looking bad. We got, can we put Looney or somebody in? Like, oh my God. DeJounte gonna fuck around and get himself hurt. That's like DeJounte's third or fourth time on the floor tonight. He gonna get himself hurt. Whoa, what's happening with your ninth ward? What's going on with your partner? You know what? I ain't thinking much of Ayton coming out of college. You know, but Chris Paul kind of resurrected his career. Well, I can't even say resurrected. Chris Paul kind of threw him a lifeline. It ain't been working since then. So y'all seen Ayton's crunk juice? Nah, I ain't see that. Say really refreshing to watch competent point guard. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I mean, I know there's only a second game, but I don't know, man. I don't want to overly criticize, but I don't think Dejounte's playing that good. I kind of just think he's better than what we've been seeing, but his decision making look a little crazy. It handled too. He got to have about 5-6 turnovers. I mean, matter of fact, let me look and see. I think he had 5 turnovers last game. Let me look and see what he got right now. Hold up. I hope they updated this fucking box score because they was tripping. All right, so Dejounte, what a turnover that Dejounte he only got 3 turnovers. He only got 3, so 4 steals, 3 turnovers, 9 assists. That offsets the negatives, I would say. Damn. No, Saddiq Bey 7 for 11. He having a very efficient game. Zion 7 for 10. Saddiq Bey got 7 free throws. Saddiq Bey doing his thing with the physicality. He really is. Shout out to Saddiq Bey's having a hell of a game. The handle a little herky-jerky. Got to tighten that up. Yeah. Got to stay off the ground, too. He on the ground a lot. This game's still too close for my liking. Because I think they had an opportunity, I want to say, where did they kind of let go of the rope? I want to say right here. With the Miss Murray pull up. I think they could have pushed this lead to like 30. But they started turning the ball over, just doing weird shit, and they kind of let go of the rope here. They could have made it a short night for themselves, but a 20-point lead ain't shit in the NBA, especially with a coach like they got. You got to hope the Jazz quit and just be like, all right, look, we going to pull the rope. Well, pull the cord on tonight. Enough is enough. We good. We tanking anyway. But this game's still too close for comfort, in my opinion. Yeah, Hunter Dickinson is still on the roster. Hunter Dickinson is actually in the G League balling right now. Hunter Dickinson is fucking balling in the G League. I don't know if that makes him an NBA caliber guy, but he's balling in the G League. He can at least give you what Kevon Looney could give you in the future. But Hunter Dickinson is balling in the G League. Like, and look, the fact that he's still on the two-way, that got to show you that they interested in keeping him around. The fact that he's still here. So that's interesting. Okay, so Herb's still out there. Who came in? Fears. Okay. So Louisiana Gale, we about to see some Fears and Zion minutes. Say the Suns could have drafted Luka, Ice Straight, yeah. But you know what? They could have, but you gotta look at it like this too. The Suns got just as many finals appearances as Luka got. Both got 1. So, hey, you know what I'm saying? Ryan Shields, what's happening with you, big dog? What's happening with you? They behind the back going from Murray. That's 2 games in a row he got ripped. Yeah, he probably just gotta find his footing a little bit, get into a rhythm. You know what I'm saying? The handle is a little concerning right now. But he ain't played competitive basketball in so long. You gotta stall him out a bit. Gotta stall him out. Oh, that was a bad pass by DeAndre Jordan. That was a really bad pass. I think he expected Zion to keep coming towards the ball. But if he would have kept coming towards the ball, then he would have lost his position. And so why would you make that particular pass? I don't know. Good rebound. That's 3 rebounds for DeAndre in a row. Say the Pelicans always have the coldest G League players in history. Don't ever translate. Remember Pierre Jackson? Yeah, number 55, Pierre Jackson. Then you had they had Harper. I think there was a guy named Harper, and it was between him and Jose, and they end up going with Jose. Harper was nice though. He never really translated. Ron say these Pelicans look like they may be a piece of coaching staff away making some noise. I think if they had some shooting and some competent center play and a competent, I don't think they need a ton of shit to be a solid team. Because the goal for them this year was to be solid. It wasn't to be great. It wasn't to be like a championship caliber team, or even winning a series wasn't really in the cards. But they should have been firmly in the play-in, even with this roster. Chung say, DQ checking in, rest in peace. Oh, it might be over. Yeah. Oh yeah, Tim Frazier. Tim Frazier was the guy that translated well. I think they signed Quinn Cook as a free agent, right? But Tim Frazier, Brian Roberts. I think Brian Roberts might have came from the G League. Bryce McGowan's looking good right now. But even though Bryce was with Charlotte first, I don't know if you really give them credit for like discovering Bryce. But you can say that about a lot of guys, though, I guess, right? Yeah. But they've had some hits. But you know what's crazy to me? Now, I don't know if Jordan Hawkins just refused to do this, but the fact that they didn't even send Jordan Hawkins to the G League this year is crazy to me. Because they could have been like, yo, you want to at least go and play and get some minutes? Like, at least stretch your legs a little bit? He could have said no, though, because he ain't playing the G League. I mean, the Summer League. So he might be like, fuck that. Yeah. You say Jordan making me miss Messi. Yeah, DeAndre looking old. He looking old for the time. Sadiq Bey had a hell of a game tonight. Say Messi need more muscle and to work on his hands. He's legit starter. Yeah, he need to add strength. He added some. Oh my God, Derek. Oh my God, Derek. Oh my God, Derek. Oh my God, Derek. Where was I? Where was I? Yeah, Messi just gotta add some. Messi just gotta add a little bit of strength. And he work on his hands. He do that fucking Mike Thomas Rice exercise to strengthen your hands. But I don't even want to say nothing about DQ. I don't want to say nothing. But yeah, we gotta work on this. We gotta work on this. They got their work cut out for them with Derek. Like I'm really happy that Shaq and the Fool is not really a thing no more, cause Derek got a lot of Shaq and the Fool moments, dog. Like really, it's crazy. It really is. It's crazy. It is crazy. Oh, good call, ref. Appreciate you. Man, shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Yo, looking at my couple of targets this offseason, depending on what happens with the Dejounte Murray situation, because I still believe Dejounte Murray starts the season on the Pelicans. But if he doesn't, would y'all be interested in bringing in Cole Anthony? Maybe a guy like Marvin. Don't laugh too hard. Marvin Bagley. Amir Coffey. I'm trying to look at guys who may have some familiarity with Troy Weaver and Joe Dumars historically. That's where Marvin Bagley comes in. Marvin Bagley is also having a solid year as a big. He had a solid year in Washington. Now he's having a solid year in Dallas. Cole Anthony historically has played okay. Recently he hasn't played well, but historically, he's played okay when he was with Orlando. I'm still advocate for bringing in Amir Coffey. Just guys who at least have a reputation for being a shooter. You never know. Maybe you get a Luke Babbitt type motherfucker type season from Amir Coffey. Because I don't think you need a ton. I just think you need some competent, shooting. Like guys who can at least shoot 36%. Guys that you're not going to just turn your motherfucking back on. Like, man. Say, Fist of Black Soul say the best part of watching these games is being in a few seconds early and waiting for your reaction to a bad play. Oh, yeah, bro. Like, my shit is so... Like, I'm watching on League Pass and it be so far behind. But, man, some of the things I be seeing, dog, I be having to catch myself and say, Chaz, it's better just not to say nothing at all. And I be like, all right, I just ain't gonna, I ain't gonna do it, bro. Because some of this shit be crazy. And, yeah, look, that's why I mentioned Marvin Bagley, too, because you think about this, right? Troy Weaver traded for Marvin Bagley in Detroit. He gave him an extension. Yeah, it didn't work out. But then Marvin Bagley ended up in Washington, where Troy Weaver just came from. There's a relationship there. There's some familiarity there. And Marvin Bagley, he one of them journeyman motherfuckers now, so he wouldn't turn up his nose at New Orleans, I don't think. Hopefully, he ain't the type of dude like Thomas Bryant used to be like, oh, I'm gonna just go to a good team. They need somebody like me. Or JaVale McGee, like when JaVale McGee was kind of toward the end of his career, but he mastered what he did well. Like, oh, I only go to teams that you can just, they can compete, but they just need a couple guys like me to run and dunk for about 5 minutes. That's all they really need. So I'm surprised he didn't sub out Sadiq with the rest of the starters. Yeah, it is interesting. Maybe he don't trust nobody else on ball right now. Because who would be out there? Who's the lineup? Fears, Queen, Sadiq, Herb is out. Yeah, probably didn't trust enough guys to create offense. And Poole hasn't been back in. He ain't put Poole back in yet. Oh, yeah, Anthony Simons. Yeah. You know what? I don't know if they'd be able to afford Anthony. But he would be very interesting. I kind of wanted them to trade for Anthony. I ain't gonna lie. I was kind of hoping that they would send Dejounte or maybe JP to Chicago and just bring Anthony in and kind of be like, yo, we want to bring you back. Some shit like that. Maybe bring him back next year on a cheaper contract. But Anthony Simons is an interesting guy. I feel bad for him, though, because he was starting to have a solid year in Boston. He wasn't the Anthony Simons that you saw in Portland, but he was starting to have a solid year. That was great defense by Fears right there and great help by Carlo. Boy, that was a bad pass by Fears. He didn't know who to pass it to. He didn't know who to pass it to right there. You think you about, he see Kevin Love, he see food. Oh! Boy. We do not take advantage in transition at all, dog. We do not take advantage in transition. That was a 5-point swing. We had a fast break opportunity. We stopped, brought the ball out. He saw Kevin Love one-on-one, thought he could beat him off the dribble. Couldn't beat him off the dribble, missed the midi, and they came back on the other end and hit a three. That's bad offense. Bad offense. All right, see what Derek gonna do with it. That was an offensive foul, Derek. Oh my God, Derek. Derek. Oh my God, Derek. This is crazy, dog. Like it really is, because I just don't understand the evaluation process that went into drafting Derek Queen. Not even drafting him necessarily, but trading what you traded for him. Like, you would have had to think that this dude was a motherfucking home run swing. And that's the thing about Derek, in my opinion, that makes him such a liability on both sides of the ball. Because Derek struggles. It ain't like his struggles are just on defense. Offensively, on offense, he struggles majorly. He couldn't back the guy down without fouling him just now. I've seen Cam Thomas hold him hostage in the post. I've seen Tim Hardaway hold him hostage in the post. Oh my God, he really gotta find his bread and butter. He gotta find his bread and butter somewhere, though, because right now he's a hard watch. And now it's a 19-point game. You should have been leading by fucking 35. You should have been leading by fucking 35, bro. It's a fucking 19-point game. This is crazy. That's why I was saying this game too close for comfort, in my opinion. Way too close for comfort. Way too close for comfort. Oh my God. And Derek Queen is just, oh my God, dog. Derek's so bad. He really is. All right, I don't want to keep talking about the man. Let's stall him out. But I don't understand why he on the court right now, honestly. That was a bad possession right there. Good hustle by Derek on that offensive rebound. But that was a bad possession right there. Good pass. Good swing. Oh, my God. Louisiana guy said, I can't understand the DQ stuff. With Fears, you can't tell me. So you can tell me the talent was there. He just hit the wall before the game. Derek just does dumb shit repeatedly and shows no effort. Whoa, what up with your beanie? Yeah. Look. Here's the thing. Yeah, Derek Queen, the lead eraser. Yeah. 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 He's just a major negative on the court, bro. He's a major negative on the court. Just major, dog. On both sides. And the crazy thing is, if he was just a negative on defense, you can live with it. But he's such a negative on offense that it's like, it's bad, bro. I really don't know what you can do. I really don't know what you can do, man. It's really bad. But see, that's what I was saying, like earlier in the game, or earlier in the third, all that playing around that Dejounte started doing with the basketball, like turning the ball over and doing all that silly shit, that's opportunities you're missing to extend the lead. You have to extend the lead, right? Because if you're the Pelicans, you don't hit threes, you're prone to mistakes, and you're shorthanded. You have to extend the lead even against quote-unquote bad teams. You don't have that margin for error. Like, you're just not that good. So with them playing around, playing with their food, you gave a team that was ready to quit a chance to like actually steal this game. Now I don't think Utah will. I think Utah ultimately gonna pull the plug and go sit their ass down somewhere. But why is Derek still on the court? Why is Derek still on the court here, dog? Why is Derek still on the court here? For what reason? To what end? To what end? To what end? Big shot right there by Jordan Poole. Huge shot by Jordan Poole. Man, what are we doing here, dog? You say PPT was gassing bro up. I haven't heard one peep about how bad he's been. Man. I don't know, dog. I mean, cause you want to root for him, right? Cause you invested a lot in him. You want to root for him, but he's been bad. He's been bad. Like on the real, for real. He been awful. He been awful this season. Like he been bad to the point where like that was dumb by Jordan Poole. That was very dumb. That's something that'll get you benched. But that was dumb, Jordan Poole. Good defense on the other end, but that was a terrible shot. You said the Pelicans post game show still good. Oh, I think you talking to a GSP. Say what's popping, fam? Money bag. What's happening with your homie? Let's get the likes up. Najee just had a 30-point double-double on Pride of that, bro. Oh, yeah, man. Najee been balling. Me and Chris said this a while ago, dog. Once Najee figured out that corner three, that was all she wrote. Because on ball, you know what he's able to do. He's tough, plays through contact, can get his own shot, can get to the rim, can make his free throws when he gets there, can pass the ball. Man, Najee a hell of a player. Shout out to Najee. I'm real happy for him. Oh, my God, Derek. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh my God. This is a fucking clown show. This is a fucking clown show. This is a fucking clown show. It's a clown show. Oh, damn. I'm sorry, Yaya. I just saw your saw your thing and I started cursing. My bad. What up, Yaya? I said, what's good, brother? I had to break my fast before I started to watch this game. Oh, man. Assalamu alaikum to you, brother. Yeah, man. I'm sorry for the profanity, dog. But this is unbelievable. The way they ended that third, bruh, you was up like, you could have been up 30 points. And this is the problem with James Borrego. This is the problem what's happening, like with a feel for the game with Derek Queen. Look, if it's just not his night, it's not his night. Go sit him down. You don't have to force the issue. Go sit him down. You don't have to force the issue. If it's not his night, it's not his night. Come on, bro. Kuyan said ever since they took out the Dejounte, they lost that big lead. Yeah. Ron Shell said they need to get Queen out of there. It's like he's playing for FanDuel or something. Yeah, Derek been awful. Derek don't need to play in the fort at all, honestly. Ainge about to call down, put it into the bench. Backups trying too hard, 11-0 run. Yeah, they probably about to pull the plug now. But see, just like last game, if you look at the context of this win, if the Pelicans win, if you look at the context of the win, it's not something you should be proud of. Just like the Golden State game, it's just not something you should be proud of, bro. Seriously, like this is inexcusable. This is inexcusable for real. Beanie say Pals giving these guys hope. Yep. Scholes say no lead safe with the Pelicans. Facts. Let me see. DQ 1 for 6. God damn. And look, you know what's funny? I actually remember the one bucket he made. I can't, like, he having one of those nights where he just not doing anything right. Like, he mistimed the offensive rebound right there. He's not closing out well. He's turning the ball over like crazy. The jump shot he shot wasn't close. It's just, he just having a night the way, sometimes it's just not your night. And if you keep forcing the issue, all you're going to do is create more bad habits for the Pelicans. And you just going you're going to make guys lose their confidence. That's just not something you do, man. Just move on. Just move the fuck on, bro. Move the fuck on. Yeah, exactly. This is called failing forward. And look, that's okay if you were doing it earlier in the season. Now, it's like, look, man, if you really just trying to win, like, whatever. Like, you don't need to keep doing this. You need to maximize guys' minutes, maximize who actually gives you an opportunity to win. And it's now Poole hurt. Oh my God. What happened? He hurt his ankle or something? Looked like he hurt his. He walking like he aight. That's no good. I appreciate that, Yaya. Appreciate you, brother. Say I think the problem is, of course, DeAndre Jordan's our best starting center. Yeah, at least while Misi's out. At least while Misi out. But shit, I'm like, you might as well put in Looney for a minute. Let Looney and Misi split the minutes. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, this game being on the West Coast, man, I'm trying to show some hard work and dedication like Floyd Mayweather, because this is some bullshit. I hate watching the Jazz on the road. The Jazz and Portland. I hate watching them games on the road, dog. I hate what time is it where I'm at? It's fucking 11:03 where I'm at. Man, come on. Yeah, I thought it was his left hand. That's what it looked like to me initially. Let me see. He only had one 3-pointer. He was in the paint cutting up. You must be talking about DQ. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. You say DQ the only player with a minus on a plus minus. Yeah, I mean, I don't, I try not to give too much credit to the plus minus, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty painfully obvious tonight. It's pretty painfully obvious tonight that Derek is going to struggle on both sides of the ball in the short term. And I really don't know. Derek's focus in the NBA is going to have to be like Draymond Green. He's going to have to be like Draymond Green that can knock down an open jumper, because he's going to have to be a straight pass first player in my estimation. I just don't see a scenario where Derek is out here just dropping 30 motherfucking points here and there. Way to go, Herb. Way to go, Herb. Way to go, Herb. I just don't see a scenario where Derek is like a super efficient or effective offensive player unless he just passing the ball and hitting open threes or something. Wide open jumpers, wide open middies. I just don't see it. Yo, that was some solid defense from Bryce. But, yo, homie, was that Collier? Collier is a strong... Oh, that should have been a fucking and one. Collier is a strong motherfucker. Did y'all see how Collier got to his spot? That was some great defense by Bryce, but Collier got this. Collier's a strong motherfucker physically. That's crazy. All right, stay disciplined. Stay disciplined, Carlo. Good shit, Carlo. Dejounte, why is you flopping on the offensive rebound? I don't know if it was a foul or not. I had to see that again, but that was a flop. Like, it looked like he flopped. Just grab the ball. Like, why are we playing these games? Grab the ball. Grab the rebound. We've been doing this same shit all night. Grab the rebound. Build some good habits. My God. This shit is so frustrating, dog. God damn. Yo, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like button, fam. Shout out to everybody in the building rocking with me, man. I know this is a bogus-ass game against a bogus team, but hey, every win counts at this point. Get in there, ho! Oh, that shit was halfway down. All right. Come on, man. Let's just put this game to bed. Live to fight another day. Let's just get out of here with this win, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Hit the hype button. Good defense by Zion. Hit the hype button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We just got 60,000 subs. Much love and appreciation to all y'all. Just grab the ball! Grab the fucking basketball! Grab the basketball! What are we doing? No, dog. This is outlandish, dog. This shit is outlandish. No, indeed. No, in fucking D. This is outlandish. How did you, brother? You was right there by yourself. All you had to do was grab the ball. That's all you had to do. Look, 50-50 ball. Zion doesn't get it. Luckily, dude saved the ball out of bounds. And oh my God. Rock, we literally just talked about this, Rock, earlier, right? Two hands. Grab the basketball. Boy, Zion looks like he can't wait to get out of there. Step slow. Tonight, if the Jazz actually was trying, this would be a brutal game for the Pelicans, because we've lost on damn near every 50-50 ball. I mean, the Pelicans trying, like they diving on the floor and all kinds of shit. They just not getting the ball. Can't finish off, getting second chance opportunities, not being able to take advantage. Just the game within the game, the Pelicans are losing. Like the game within the game, it's crazy. The game is crazy. Say we like a baseball team on life without can't get. Oh yeah, look, we ain't getting no pig this year. Remember your boy said this year I want that pig. Martin and Eddie was some cutthroat motherfuckers. They treating can't get right like he they partner. A whole while they trying to use him as a meal ticket to get out. Like they Don King or something. Like yeah, we gonna be the ones to manage him. Hey, I ain't get it. Yeah, they fouled the shit out of him. They fouled him across the neck. And see, Squad Low said, thanks, Chad. You made the season tolerable. Like the thumbnail art edition too. Thank you, fam. I appreciate you. You know what? Tonight, I ain't really like the thumbnail I did tonight. You know, I think usually it's a little bit better. I'm gonna have to go. I think I'm gonna go back to my Mortal Kombat theme. Cause yo, that new Mortal Kombat trailer just dropped. I'm going to see that in the theater. I am in there. I'm going to see that shit. I'm mad they pushed that back. I'm going to see that new Mortal Kombat for real, for real. I am in there for real. I'm going to see that off the thump. I appreciate you, bro. Louisiana gets in my dog start running around the table every time Chad start ranting and screaming. Boy, your dog's getting some exercise because this game here has been disrespectful. Big shot by Sadiq Bey. This really been disrespectful, dog. It's been a disrespectful ass game. And look, Vegas right there. You know the Pelicans they going right to Vegas after this game. Vegas like what, a 1 hour flight or something like that. You know they getting on that plane and going to Vegas after this game. They going to Vegas. Oh my God. Y'all ever seen that Snoop Dogg movie? With Master P movie with Snoop Dogg? The game is to be sold, not told. When Snoop had that casino. It's like a 30-minute movie. Master P was cold at making them short films. Shit was like 30 minutes. That was a good ass movie. Snoop Dogg had a casino. That shit was cold. You know, every time they had an album, Master P would put a movie with the album. Let's see here. Master P funny. Master P had the movie. He had the Last Don movie, right? And on the movie, Master P's dad was the Don. Now, mind you, Master P is black. So, you know, the mob, they don't be having no fucking black Dons. So Master P dad died, and Master P became the Don. But guess what Master P real profession was in the movie? In the movie, Master P was a coach. So Master P was a coach, and Silk the Shocker was his best player. So Master P was the coach. In real life, Master P a coach now. Boy, talk about life imitating art. That's some real shit. All right, come on now, y'all. We just need a running clock. We just need a running clock. Let's just get this game over with. I could have went and made me some fucking porridge or something and just chill. It's cold. Made me a nice bowl of oatmeal or something and just relax the rest of the night. This is terrible. This is terrible. I got to reevaluate my life watching this bum-ass team. Shout out to everybody in the building, though, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I'm going to release that song next week. Now I got to do the thumbnail because, well, I had an artwork already made for the song, but now I got to redo it. I got to brush it up. So I'm going to do something real soon, and I'm going to have that drop next week. Oh, God, Herb. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is crazy. Yo, you know what? Sadiq Bey is having on-court impact, in my opinion, similar to Dillon Brooks. Not from the standpoint of like, because Dillon Brooks, I feel like if you acquire Dillon Brooks on your team, you just start winning. He's not having a winning impact like that, but far as his individual efforts, I think Saddiq Bey has been awesome this season. You couldn't have asked for a better performance by Saddiq Bey. I give that trade still an A+. I give that trade an A+. Because realistically, what was you about to get for CJ? Nothing. Like, I give that trade an A+. Say DQ better update his LinkedIn profile, open to work after this season. Man, I don't. You know what? DQ got such a unique game. I don't even know who I want him to go work with. I don't even know who I want him to go work with this offseason to work on his game. Cause you don't have a Jokic type. Sengun would have to be the only person. But even if you look at the Rockets right now, a lot of their fan base can't stand Sengun ass. They're like, damn, we should have just kept rolling with the young guys and maybe tanked one more season and got another star. Like, I don't know, bro. See, Chung say, speaking of good players, Herb is trash. Yeah, Herb is bad. Herb is very bad. Oh, look, J. Cal said that too. Y'all still waiting on the Willie diss track. You know what? I like to let sleeping dogs lie. Now, Willie come out and say something crazy about me, then I'll light his ass up. But I'm going to let sleeping dogs lie. Because I had a diss track ready for a couple people if they decided to jump out the window and say something crazy. I had a diss track ready for a couple people. That'll be exactly what I need to get me back into that zone. Because don't get it fucked up. Don't get it fucked up. I just been doing this. I rap for real. Like, he used to call Zach Randolph. I can see that. He got to get stronger if he gonna Frisbee. Nah, it ain't even worth dissing Frisbee, boy. My house got central heat. I ain't dissing nobody who don't got central and heat in their house. I ain't dissing nobody who kitchen is in their bedroom. So I wouldn't even bother dissing Frisbee, boy. Let me see. Yeah, he got to put on some weight and get stronger if he gonna work out with Zach, because him passing from the post would be nice, because he still got the height and the passing instincts to make quality passes. It's just it's gonna be tough to get through to him and be like, I imagine it's gonna be tough. I don't know him like that, but I would imagine it's gonna be tough to get through to him and be like, yo, bro, you're not gonna be one of the top scoring options. You're gonna have to help facilitate the offense. And then it's like, does that change what kind of point guard you need? Does that change? Like, what does that change? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's tough. It's tough. I would really like to know what the evaluation process was and what they thought they saw. Wicked Will said, just found out Walker was a RFA. Yeah, he's restricted. See, here's the thing. The tricky thing about that, though, is if you're an opposing team and you make an offer, you're gonna tie up your own salary cap space until the Jazz decide if they want to match or not, right? So any team that's out there really targeting Walker, if there's a lot of teams that's targeting him via free agency, they're going to have to be sure that he damn near their only target. Either he going to be the only target, or they going to have maybe two tops, because Utah going to have some time to decide if they want to match or not. Ryan said tip dropping the diss songs every day. Yeah, I heard a couple of them. I want my nigga 50 to respond. I ain't gonna lie. I want 50 to respond. 50, like, I don't know. I think people sleep on 50 disability. 50 be talking that shit. I say disability, oh my God. His ability to make diss songs. 50 be talking that shit. Either your mammy, your pappy, that bitch you chasing, your little dirty ass kid, I fucking erase. 50 was talking that shit. Oh, now it's a 15-point game. Oh my. Saddiq Bey going for 45 tonight. Now, oh my God. Derek! Grab the ball, Derek! Oh my God. This is out. No, oh my God, though. Oh my God, son. What is happening, bro? What is happening, bro? Oh my fucking goodness, dog. Every time you think this game is over, Herb and Derek Queen strikes. Every time you think it's over, Herb and DQ strikes. Come on, bro. This shit crazy. That DQ and Zion could use some of that Carmelo, could use some time with Carmelo Anthony this summer when Zion played. Melo, he mimicked the step back jumper that he hit him with perfectly the next game. You talking about Carmelo? Like Carmelo, oh, you say Zion played. Okay, because you say Melo. I don't know why. Ever since LaMelo got in the league, I mean, my first instinct pivots to LaMelo. With the second sentence, I thought you were talking about LaMelo. Shit, if Carmelo would be willing to help some of the guys, I think Derek especially could use some work with Carmelo. But it's like if you're Derek, or if you're Joe and Troy, do you even want to like incentivize Derek to think he about to do something offensively? Because that was a great fucking pass right there by Bryce. Because Carmelo in today's game would be like a ball stopper. He would be considered a ball stopper in the restricted area. But oh my God, no, they didn't score so many threes over DQ tonight. It's a 12-point. My math off? No, it's a 12-point game. I thought I was hoping I was wrong. I was hoping I was wrong right there. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is terrible, dog. This is terrible coaching. This is terrible execution. Terrible guard play. Terrible front court play. This is terrible. It's terrible across the board. 10-point game, son. Terrible across the board. Terrible across the board. This is pathetic. It's really pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. See, the refs, slick side, saving the Pelicans. Because Dejounte ain't have nowhere to go on that drive. He got bailed out. You say DQ looks spooked for some reason. He having such a bad night on both sides. It's kind of, I don't know why he's out here, honestly. I don't know why he's out here instead of Carlo. I get maybe they just trying to instill some more confidence in him, but he right now is bad. Right now is very, very, very bad. You say Bryce Howard Tatum. Ethan, you wild. Detroit Warren, you say damn Najee had 36, 10, and 6 tonight. Najee balling. Najee a stat sheet stuffer. I gotta hit up Najee people, man. I ain't talked to my partner in a minute. I hit up Najee people, man. Some cool people. That's a cool family. It's a cool family, man. Say if I was DQ, I'd be spooked too. Yeah. He young though. You know, he got time, but look, they finally putting Carlo back in the game. But why you ain't put Carlo in the game during that free throw, like the free throw situation right there? Because look, now Derek just gave up an offensive rebound. Right? Just gave up an offensive rebound. If you put Carlo in the game doing those free throws, maybe you don't give up that offensive rebound right there. Maybe. I'd like to see Zion shoot that three right there. I would have liked to see Zion shoot that three right there. I really would have. See, I don't understand Zion's off-ball movement. He's often never looking to get in position to get the ball, just trying to screen off other guys deferring. Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of that with Dejounte being back also. Well, not a lot. I think you'll see even more of that with Dejounte being back also. Because, like, even right now, you don't see Dejounte and Zion in the actions. And teams kind of know Dejounte can't beat them off the dribble right now, so they'll go press him and crash him and force him to make an over-the-top pass. The ball probably sails in the air. Opportunity for a steal and an easy bucket on the other end. That's what I've been noticing, them sending doubles at Dejounte forcing the ball out of his hand. That kind of caught me off guard a couple times, so I know it caught him off guard. Oh, that was nice. That was nice. That was a nice finish. Say if DQ work with any player, should be Rondo, the more his natural game anyway, being able to attack Manley from playmaking. Yeah. Say Dejounte got 4 turnovers. Say DQ getting cooked by a scuba diver. Yo, when he made that, I was like, who the fuck is that? I thought Smith, look at that. Dejounte looking for them flops. That's what, 5 turnovers. Dejounte had a terrible game. It ain't like, if you watch the box score, you'll think Dejounte had a really good game. Dejounte had a terrible game tonight. And I don't think he had a great game last game either. If you just looking at the box score, though, you're like, he lit it up. Like, nah, Dejounte had a terrible game tonight. Sadiq Bey had a great game. Sadiq Bey had an amazing game. But Dejounte did not have a good game tonight. It's only a second game back, though. But when you start When you start, you got expectations. And that's really what it is. When you start, you got expectations. You start and you got to deliver, brother. See? Bryce tried to flop a little bit right there. But see, that's what I don't understand. Y'all flopping, like, just go out and play to win. Fuck all this flopping shit. Bryce tried to flop and get the offensive foul call just now, and it didn't work. Okay. Zion missed his last 3 shots bad. So our shots he usually make, he missed them last 3 bad. Is Dejounte limping? It looked like Dejounte limping a little bit. Is he limping? But you know what the excuse is going to be tonight? The excuse is going to be, well, this is guys. It's going to take them a few games, to learn how to play with one another and get in the rhythm. Like, no, it ain't. They just been like some guys. This is just how some of these guys play. That's just like how that's their style. Like, come on, man. It's a 7-point game with 2 minutes left. This is pathetic against a team that's trying to lose. This is embarrassing. This is fucking embarrassing. Dejounte got 6 turnovers. By the grace of God, dude missed that shot, but Dejounte got 6 fucking turnovers, bro. 6 turnovers. See why the game's so close? Middle of the third quarter, they just started really shitting the bed. Let me refresh this to make sure y'all can see this. Oh my God. That's why I was just hoping and praying we get a running clock. Cause this shit is crazy. Sadiq Bey with a 40 burger. Off the pass by Zion. Look, it took Sadiq Bey going fucking supernova for you to win this game. It took Sadiq Bey going supernova for you to win this game. And last game, I don't even remember who went supernova. I think it was who was it? It might have been those. Well, really, it was just those Bryce and Carlo minutes. Carlo had some huge minutes to end it. Dejounte got to pass the ball, dog. Dejounte, until he's able to really and one, little bitty bitch, and one. Yo, that boy Action Jackson went off. Action Jackson got 42, and there's still time left on the clock. Action Jackson got 42. Yeah, Dejounte been bad tonight. The last 2 games, I would say when the situations got tight and clutch situations, I think Dejounte, he's been pretty bad. Because I think he's trying to thread the needle with, do I want to score or do I want to pass here? And he kind of getting in his own head. Plus, on top of that, his first step not really there. So by his first step not being there and the handle not being there, when teams collapse, they not really looking like, oh shit, Dejounte can probably dribble out of this and beat both of us, or he can beat us off the dribble with the first step and collapse the defense. So when they press him, he like, oh shit, and he just kind of getting confused there. But there's enough blame to go around tonight, honestly. Nah, I don't think Trey going to that bench. I think it's Herb going to the bench. Honestly, I don't think Trey would let them put him on the bench at this point. I really don't think so. If he did, I'd be disappointed in him because I don't think Trey would let him go to the bench. Let himself get put on the bench at this point. And you damn sure shouldn't put no Sadiq on the bench. It should be Herb. It's like, come on, Herb not even on the court right now, y'all. Herb not even on the court right now. In the closing minutes, Herb not even on the court right now. What does that tell you? You know what I'm saying? What does that really tell you? When the game got tight, they took Herb out the game. Like when you was losing the lead, when the lead was dwindling, who was on the court? Herb, Derek Queen. I mean, just being real, fuck. Hey, it is what it is. It ain't like Herb the reason you win or lose necessarily, but he been bad. Fuck, it gotta be Herb, in my opinion. You think Zion gained some of the weight back? I ain't really noticed. I ain't really noticed, to be honest. I don't know if he did it then. I haven't really noticed though. Well, he looked like bulkier or stockier. Let me see. I better see Herb and DQ on the bench sitting side by side. Yeah. You probably gonna see DQ with DeAndre Jordan arm around him or something. He's had a terrible rookie season, though. Look, he got Fears, coaching Fears up. Fears look like a little bitty ass kid. I ain't gonna lie. It's funny. Cause I'm like, oh, he's 19 years old. Fears look like a kid, like a child. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to him. Shout out to that brother. Jay Burke say, how long Trey out? Any word? No word. I haven't heard anything about Trey particularly. All I heard was that it was a contusion. Matter of fact, let me text somebody right now. Hopefully they respond before the joint over. Let me see. I wish you would have asked me that earlier, man. I would have been texting him. So hopefully he respond while we still here. But oh my God, that was, man. We gotta fire Borrego, dog. Baskerville, what's happening with your homie? We gotta fire Borrego, dog. Borrego stinks. Dog, Will Hardy coached fucking circles around this dude tonight. Hardy coached circles around this dude this evening, bro. Oh my God, bro. Come on, dog. Like, this dude fucking sucks. 42 on 20 shots. I think he shot, 70% from the field? Something like that. Man, Sadiq Bey was fucking awesome tonight. Just fucking awesome. That was awesome. That's a home run. That's an A+ home run trade for Troy Weaver and them. Talk about a fucking home run. That was incredible. Let's get to the box score here, man. Let's get to the box score. I'm gonna give it to 10:35. If my partner texts me back, I'm gonna give it to like 10:35. I'm trying to get an update on Trey. Louisiana gal say, I think Trey comes back in the next few games. I saw him the other day and he looked fine. They could just be being precautious. Baskerville Sniper said, what's up, bro? We going to get that 11 spot, huh? Yeah, look, I take the 11 spot. I ain't gonna lie to you. But first, JKL, thanks for the reminder. Let's handle this like gentlemen. We gotta win!
Charles is my name. Jarrell Curl is my fame.
Jarrell!
You need to know. I'm your hairdresser who really knows. You're gonna have a curl to catch the eyes of every guy, every girl. Just 27.50. You'll look good in the city.
Yo, he's actually making a remix of the 2750. You know what? If I did, I don't know. See, I ain't no bounce artist. I'd probably have to send it to a partner of mine who make bounce music or something. Cause I can see them putting that beat on 2750. That shit probably would be kind of tough. I ain't gonna lie. That shit probably be kind of cool. All right, so my partner hit me back. He hit me back, and he said, let me see. He said he ain't safe for sure, but I think he'll be back on the road trip. That's all he said. He said he think he'll be back on the road trip, but he's not sure. Yo, Dev, what's happening with your homie? What's up with your Dev? Yo, we about to go through the player grades. Oh, right now, also, the Timberwolves are up by 6 versus the Clippers at halftime. So look, we about to go through the player grades. Make sure everybody in the building hit that like button, and let's go through these player grades, man. I want to make sure y'all can see everything. Y'all let me know if y'all can see everything. And everything coming through clearly, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. We got another win. We're on a 3-game win streak, y'all. We're on a 3-game win streak. It's time for us to take off the interim tag. Am I doing this right? It's time to take off the interim tag. All right, so check this out. Sadiq Bey, A+. 14 for 20 from the field. 70% is crazy. 5 for 9 from behind the arc. 9 for 9 from the free throw line. 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 2 blocks. 2 turnovers only, and only 1 foul. A+. Zion, 9 for 15. Let me see. 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 4 steals. Damn, I hope he played that number. 20 points, 1 block, 1 turnover. I'm gonna give Zion a B-. I'll give him a B. I'll just give him a straight up B. right? I didn't think he had a B+ game or A+ game. He missed a lot of easy shots at the end of the game, and his defense was questionable. DeAndre Jordan, you got to give DeAndre Jordan an A for effort, but he shouldn't be playing this many minutes. Herb Jones, 2 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc, 2 for 2 from the field, 1 rebound, 6 assists, 3 steals, 4 fouls, 2 turnovers, 8 points. I'm gonna give Herb a C-. I'll give Herb a C-. Dejounte, 5 for 12 from the field, 2 for 7 from beyond the arc, 5 for 5 from the free throw line. 3 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 steals, 6 turnovers, 17 points. I'm going to give Dejounte a C-. Jeremiah Fitz, 4 for 11. I thought Jeremiah Fitz should have played more tonight. 4 of 11 from the field, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc, 2 for 3 from the free throw line, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, 1 steal, 1 block, 3 turnovers. I'm going to give him a C-. Carlo, 3 for 4 from the field, 1 for 2 from beyond the arc, 1 for 1 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 4 blocks. 4 blocks, 5 fouls, 8 points. I'm going to give him a C+. Bryce, 4 for 9 from the field, 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks, 0 turnovers, 2 fouls, 8 points. I'm going to give him I might give him a B-. Derek Queen, F. Straight up F. If there was a grade lower than, no, I can't even say F. What's a grade lower than F? Incomplete. I gotta give him it's bad. Tonight was very bad for Derek. I'm gonna just say F. 2 for 7 from the field, 0 for 1 from beyond the arc, 0 for 1 from beyond the arc. 3 for 4 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 0 steals, 0 blocks, 1 turnover. That's a lie. 4 fouls, 7 points. F. Jordan Poole left the game with an injury. I got to give him an incomplete. But he was 1 for 4 from the field, 1 for 4 from beyond the arc, 2 rebounds, 3 assists. I got to give him an incomplete. I guess he left early. If I'm grading on that alone, I'll probably give him a C-, but probably give him an incomplete because he only played 10 minutes. But you take the win. You take the win, man. It was bad. Denzel, what's happening with your brother? He said, God bless, great game. Always praying for you. Favor, grace, protection, excellence. Likewise, brother, God bless you as well, man. Appreciate you. Jay Burke said, damn, Khan broke the rookie 3-point record with like 20 games left. Khan, bad motherfucker from behind that arc. I ain't gonna lie. I hope Trey come back. He don't defer like he used to. Still put up 15+ shots. Oh, yeah, and the sad part is before he left, he was balling. That's the sad part. You know what I'm saying? He was balling. But yeah, look, you take the win, man. You take the win. The Pelicans shot. Damn, our defense was so bad. The Jazz, without all of their best players, shot 50% from the field tonight, y'all. 50%. And they still had 49 rebounds with no Jaren Jackson Jr. Filipowski barely played. No Kessler. No Lowry. And they still got 49 rebounds, y'all. 49, including 15 offensive rebounds. This is pathetic. It's pathetic. It's pathetic effort. Pathetic. You take the win. It is what it is. It's better than a loss, I guess. But this was a pathetic effort in back-to-back games. Coaching staff need to really grab these guys by the ears and give them a talking to, because this is bad. This is bad. This effort, this execution cannot continue. And it's not because Dejounte is just coming back. It's because, they played like this the first game against Milwaukee. It's just now they got more room for error because they're playing less talented teams. But this can't continue. Denzel said, Chaz, give me your thoughts. I think Murray and Zion are bought in with Jordan James. No way Willie and Griffin. No, with them, Zion plays as much in every turn. No, sir. Well, the thing with Dejounte didn't have much of a trade market, and he doing what he got to do to ultimately get what he wants to get in the offseason. Hopefully, anyway, in the offseason. Hopefully, he could, get his wish and be traded. Ideally, it would have worked out, but to me, this looks like the same guy from last year. And that's the thing. Like, it kind of just looked like the same guy from last year. And I don't know if that improves with rhythm because he played a lot of games in a row last season, and I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't have as much faith in Dejounte as some others have. I'll say that. I don't have as much faith as some others have. I still think he'll be traded ultimately. But I do agree that Joe and Trey are doing a better job of getting the best out of guys. JB said Herb Jones and Bryce McGowan has the same numbers but different grades. That's clear bias. Herb Jones played 25 minutes and he kind of got benched down the stretch, honestly. Let me see. Defensively, did Herb play that well to you? Now Herb is also a starter. We like Jay Black. We comparing Herb, who's a starter and been a starter for some years now, to a guy that you just signed off a two-way. The fact that it's even close is kind of crazy. And if you go like with Herb getting paid like a star, as far as that comment, it's like, well, this year he's making like $15 million, but soon he'll be making $20 million a year, and he hit his average tonight of 8 points, so he's averaging what 8, 5, and I think he's averaging 8, 2, and 3 on the season, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think that's worth $15 million, to be honest. Like, you know, it was just another meh to bad game from him. Like watching the game, it was you know, he ain't the reason you win or lose, but it was bad. It wasn't good. I'll say that. Kayla said, I hope we can trade both Murray and Poole this offseason. I mean, it would be ideal because clearly the situation just ain't going to work out with Jordan Poole with this particular staff, and maybe not with the organization. From what I was told, the Poole's issues are more with the staff than the organization itself. Everything with the team, like the roster, is cool for us, the relationships, but his issues are with the staff and not necessarily the organization, from what I was told. But that don't mean that he won't be traded. No. Well, I think somebody calling him a star. I don't think he's a star. I think he's a starter. He's getting paid like a bona fide high level role player starter, and he hasn't been that this year, honestly. You see, I think Breezy said I think Dejounte requested a trade when he brought Katrina. Whether it was intentional or not, he can stop trying to save face. Yeah, I think that you know, that genie's out of the bottle as it pertains to that. Yeah, I think too much was said about the training staff, about the medical staff, about the Katrina comments that was just unwarranted. Like I think too much has been said. I think the relationship is over personally. I think if he could have gotten traded, he would be gone right now. They just couldn't trade him. Will say you don't believe Dejounte want to stay? Nah, not at all. Not at all. He said himself he didn't want to come here. He said himself he didn't want to come here in the first place. Like you know what I'm saying? He the one who said the shit. You know what I mean? Squallow said Clutch don't like Nola. Don't think Rich Paul understands the South bougie Midwest dude. Q said, I think you'll have to attach a pick to Poole if you want to move him. Nah, $30 million expiring. I think you'll just be looking to take on a worse contract. I don't think you would have to attach a pick because it's $30 million expiring. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, that contract, his contract is the most valuable it's been since he fucking signed it. Since he put ink to paper, this is the most valuable that contract has been this upcoming offseason. $30 million expiring. You got guys like Sabonis, like Ja, teams who want to get out of bad contracts, like Levine, like Jeremy Grant. Like they got teams that'll be lined up to take on expiring contract. Justin say, I'll tell you, Justin. Just tweak and say, are you on Poole side or staff? I don't think I'll say I'm neutral from this standpoint. I think the staff is awful. And I think Poole been dealt a bad hand. I think he got dealt a shitty hand, considering he's injured. You know this, and this is going on, and you still, doing DNPs. But where Poole could have helped himself at certain situations where his decision making was indefensible. Like in transition to pass off the glass, some of the 3-point attempts. Some shit is just indefensible, in my opinion. But I still think some things don't warrant him not playing, period. I still think some things don't, like, no matter what, it don't warrant him not playing. And that's where the staff has been an issue, in my opinion. Said he emotional, bro. He would change his mind to blink or not. Yeah, I mean, it's too much high variance with that. And he, like, if you've been on 3 teams and you've had a problem with every single team, it's time to look inward, to be honest. L, what's happening with your homie? $34 million next season, I think, huh? Yeah, it's like something around $34 million expiring. If I'm not mistaken, for Jordan Poole, like $34 million expiring. There's a lot of teams that'll take that money, in my opinion, that are just like, oh, for 1 year, yeah, I'll do that. I could flip them and turn them into something else. Same thing you seen happen with Anthony Simons, really. Since Dejounte is trying to play his way out of here, I'm not mad about it. Yeah, he might be pressing a little bit too. He might be trying too hard to play his way out of here. Like, yo, just let the game come naturally, brother. It's gonna be all right. Marley, what's happening with your Marley G? Brandon, what's happening with your homie? Yeah, I agree, C Breezy. Like, I think everybody just need to part ways, especially the staff. Zell said, watch B.I. go off on Zion and Jose go off on Fierce. Revenge season on deck. Jay Black say Kawhi 50 million, Curry 59B. I don't know the context, Jay Black. You talking about superstars? Them dudes are superstars. I don't think nobody comparing Herb Jones to none of them guys. My comparison for him would be like, can you be fucking Josh Hart? Like, can you be Josh Hart? You know what I'm saying? Can you be him? If you can be Josh Hart, cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But don't be fucking Matisse Thybulle. No disrespect to Matisse Thybulle, but just don't be Matisse Thybulle. Shit. Let's see. Yeah, Dejounte got to calm down a bit. Yeah, hey, L. Between last night and tonight, it's been interesting to see what happened with Herb and Bryce, because Herb pretty much got benched tonight because the game was still tight when Herb came out the game. He only had 4 fouls. Yeah, and last night, I mean, before Herb took them free throws, I think Herb had 4 fouls and 3 points. It's just been a rough. It's been a rough season for Herb, like across the board. Marley, he said OG Anunoby. Well, OG getting paid, so it's tough to. But I get what you're saying. But and even OG's still like what, a 4th option. That's why I say Herb could be like Josh Hart. Like, can you give me 13 points? Shit, 6, 7 rebounds. 2 assists. Like, can you do that? Cause you ain't gotta really score like talking about it. Shane, what's happening with your homie? That is Shane. Hoffa said, how long you think it takes for Fizz to be better than Murray? Fizz, what, 19? Maybe about 2-3 years. 2-3 seasons. 2-3 seasons. But, I mean, they not really comparable because they play, like, different styles. Murray is more of a finesse guard, like a defense first guy who offense came along, and he became more of a finesse guy, kind of get to the mid-range, rangy wingspan type guy, long limbs, like 6'4", whereas Jeremiah Fizz is a compact, explosive downhill guard. Like, I don't think their games will ever really be super duper complementary. Well, not complimentary. I don't think their games ever really be comparable. You know what I'm saying? Say the fact that Zion ain't have a career night tonight's concerning to me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know neither. With that one just tweaking. I mean, I don't know. I think you might be reaching a little bit there. Let's see here. Say when Trey and Messi come back, no way you can send Bay to the bench for Herb. I wouldn't send nobody to the motherfucking bench for Herb. If I'm Bay or Trey, I'm not going to no bench. You better send Herb ass down somewhere. Like, what are we doing? The Herb averaging 8, 3, and 2 on the season. No. And his defense been bad. Herb ain't really got a leg to stand on. To be honest, like, I don't know, dog. I don't know. I ain't trying to beat up on him, but nah. No way. And look, if you finally got Trey, Bay, and Dejounte in the starting lineup, maybe you finally got some shooting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe. Or some decent shooting. Jeremy, what's happening, homie? Say if Utah, OKC, Indy, or Washington was to get 4 or 5, I wonder if they'd be willing to take a chance on Zion and or Trey for those picks. Zion and Indy and Trey or Washington could be nasty for them. But would you really want 4 or 5? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you'll probably take it. Like just off GP for Zion, if you feel like that's the best return you could get. For trade, I don't know if I'd do it. Because I would have to watch more of this draft. If it happened like, if I really liked this draft, I probably would change my mind. But I just don't think they're in a position to really reset anything, especially until you get your coach in place. So Herb too skinny, need to get bigger and strong. Well, he about to be 28, so I don't know. I don't know. Say I say Micah is Herb replacement, younger, more active, cheaper. Yeah, I think to me, I think they look to bring in a couple guys like that to just replace Herb by committee. Because right now, I think Herb is a replacement level player, to be honest. Like if Herb didn't play tonight, would you really notice the difference? Probably not. Like, you know, and that's not a knock on him. It's just like, it's just not that impactful, truthfully. Say Fears played better than Murray right now. You think so? Okay. I mean, Murray only played 2 games, to be fair. Say Fears going to be nice. He's got to get a real coaching system. Yeah, I think Fears just need a little more discipline. But I think he's going to be all right. Say I judge Herb on all-ball defense and catch and shoot percentage, not points. I don't know. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, I guess. Because 3-and-D guy. That's fair. Say Herb should be benched when Trey Murphy come back. I agree. And Allen say Herb already plateaued. If someone wants to buy high and take it, I don't think Joe's dumb as Griff. Just saying. I think, based on rumors I heard, if there was a decent offer for her, like not decent, if there was a good offer for her, Herb probably would have been gone. This trade deadline. I just don't think nobody made no great offer. Honestly, you'll probably have more suitors in the offseason, similar to what I was like. Person just asked about trading to Washington or one of those guys in the picks. Like certain guys are gonna want to build their team and kind of push their chips in to be competitive, and I think that's when you get the most for Herb, Trey, or Zion. Teams that's looking to be competitive. Dexter, shout out to Dexter. He said the rookies were killing us this game. Definitely hit rookie walls. Yeah, but see, that's the thing. That's the question. Is it a wall? Because Queen is 2 years older than Fish. Is it a wall for Derek Queen, or is just kind of like who he may be? Like, you know what I'm saying? Who he may be. Whoa, what up with you, Maniac? He said, what's good, Chaz? I was repping Pals hard tonight at the Delta Center. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. I hope you enjoyed your trip out there, man. Shout out to you. Say Herb and Dejounte will be in Sacramento next. You know what? That's kind of what I think, too. I ain't gonna lie, Don. A part of me feel like that as well. That Sabonis might be a Pelican next year. I don't know. I don't think that's exactly what they need, but it would help them with the rebounding. Nola, Vixen. Yo, while we in the building, we gonna go. Look, let's go another 5-10 minutes while we in the building. Everybody hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit the bell notification, man. Let's see here. Say the rookies were killing us. Let's see. Jeremy said if we had 4 or 5 adding Caleb Williams and Fleming on my Cal Brown would be hella ill for the Pelicans if we could get those picks for Trey and Dumar's got to do it. But see, here's the thing as well. Make a good point, but here's the thing. It's very hard to develop. Difficult. So it's one of the rookies is going to suffer in that regard. And I think a guy like Fears, him being a young point, he's going to need more quote unquote nurturing. I don't know what you do with Queen, to be honest. And a young guy, I mean, it would be interesting. I mean, I would have liked if they had just started tanking a couple years ago, personally. But with them still trying to thread the needle and be competitive, it's hard to develop multiple young guys and do that. Because it just ain't no way they're going to tank, I don't think, next year. I don't think they're going to reset or reboot next year. Because they still going to be trying to sell tickets and shit like that. Say Jay Burke said we need to bring NBA size athletic wing. Yeah, need to see if you can get fucking Paolo. But I doubt that's happening. So I think Herb injury history over a few years is concerning, probably why he's been regressing. He's been hurt a lot the last 3 years. But you know what that come from too, Jeremy? He's been hurt a lot because you gotta turn your body into a machine as well. Like you can't stay the same size your entire career and you're already like a very skinny guy. The physicality of the league is gonna catch up to you at a certain point. That war of attrition is going to catch up to you. And you guarding big, strong motherfuckers. They throwing elbows, knocking you around, you diving on the floor. That's why Herb getting these. And I do think some of that is acting, too. I do think Herb milking it a little bit with him being out with the ankle and shit. But you get ankle injuries, shoulder injuries, this injury, that injury. Like, and when you play, you ain't exactly John Blaze. So it's just tough, man. It's been a tough season for Herb. Say Queen looked lost tonight. Yeah, Queen had a rough night tonight, honestly. He had a rough few games, honestly. Denzel saying Magic Fears with a Rondo. Yeah, man, I would love him to play with Rondo. I wanted them to bring Westbrook in, but I don't think Troy relationship with Westbrook that motherfucking good. Westbrook was like, oh no, I'm staying in Cali. See, you see, Herb defense, defend the best player every night. Hold on, let's see something. But I don't know. I don't know, Jay Black, because people been busting Herb ass. He might be defending the best player every night, but them best players been busting Herb ass. Ace had 23 tonight. Collier had 11 on 11 shots. I guess I'm trying to think who would Herb have defended tonight. Really, I guess he would have defended Ace. If he defended Ace, who was their best offensive option, Ace had 23 tonight. Like them dudes been busting Herb ass. Kevin Porter Jr., Cam Thomas. Them dudes be fucking over Herb. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't trying to disrespect Herb at all. I'm just saying them dudes be busting Herb ass, dog. Like Herb got to gain some weight. Herb got to gain some weight. Oh, I appreciate you. Yeah. I always hit the like button walking into the door. I appreciate you, brother. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope I ain't misgendering you. Yeah, my bad. I appreciate you. Thank you. See, Bree just said DQ need to holler at Magic Johnson. They the same size and everything. Yeah, but see, it was a different time when Magic played. See, Breezy. Magic was like an anomaly. Now with Derek, they got a few players like that. Like, I think Derek handle and his ability to bring the ball up the court was overstated. Because I done seen Derek Pocket get picked bringing that ball up the court a lot of times. So it's I don't know. Don said, I really thought Troy did a good job with Sadiq Poole, didn't get a fair chance. That's fair. That's fair, especially coming into the season with injuries. Just Tweaking said, I think Joe sees his current self. Oh, man, I was about to say, boy, that's down bad, Just Tweaking. That's cold to say that. He said he think Joe sees his current self in Queen. Queen ain't fat. Queen not fat at all. I don't think, he not the best athlete, but he not fat. That's crazy. Nola Vic says someone needs to shake the Willie Green out of her because what the F? Yeah, I mean, I thought tonight he picked his spots better. Like, he didn't overdo it. But they had, like, one ATO. They had one ATO where Herb drove to the rim. He got separation. He initiated contact, moved the defender off, and couldn't finish the layup at the rim. And that was an ATO. And I'm just like, for one, why are we running the ATO for Herb in the first place? Secondly, you gotta know your own game. That's not you. Like, that's not you, bro. Like, don't do that. Just don't do that, man. Say as a rookie, Magic was better than DQ. Yeah, I mean, it's also the 80s. Don Gilliard said, you think a front court with Fears and a backcourt with Fears and Trey is competitive? I don't think Trey is a backcourt player. I don't think a backcourt player. Nah, I don't think he's a backcourt player. I wouldn't start Derek at the 4 at this point, honestly. I probably would just start Trey at the 4 and just be like, yo, Trey, you gotta lock in on your rebounding, dog. But I wouldn't start Derek at the 4. I would rather have Trey out there than Derek, honestly, if I'm talking about at the 4. But they probably got Sadiq Bey at the quote unquote 4 and Trey at the 3 and Zion at the 2, quote unquote 2. But I don't think Trey, if I'm talking about skill set, like Trey can't really bring the ball up the court like that. So that would be Zion's job. So in my opinion, Zion is the 2, the quote unquote 2 with Dejounte back, and Trey and Bay are the 3 and 4. It's all about who you put at the 5 is going to be the real question. Say Queen having a rough 3 months. Yeah. The argument there. Yeah, Squallow. I mean, it's tough, man. Sadiq Bey is nice, but I noticed they would rather send doubles and triples at Zion and let Sadiq Bey kill him in single coverage. Yeah, it's like, even if you look at when they run the post-ups for Sadiq, it's like, he ain't really demanding like double teams because on the season, he's not like incredibly accurate in that restricted area on those post-ups. But I think if Sadiq Bey beat you, you're going to live with it. But you look stupid as hell letting Zion get guarded one-on-one unless you got fucking Dylan Brooks and Jaren Jackson Jr. trying to do it. You look crazy as hell trying to guard Zion one-on-one. Denzel say, Chaz, for years, you keep saying we need better training and muscle building. I saw tonight an active tanking team bullied us. Collier was just a monster, dog. Physically, Collier was getting to his spot just easily. Like, Bryce was trying, but Collier was just able to really overpower motherfuckers. We saw Ace Bailey drive, knock Derek Queen off his spot for an easy bucket. it's like, dog, y'all gotta get a better strength and conditioning program, because y'all just not gonna be able to sustain in the league. Ace Bailey is already bigger than guys on the Pelicans who've been in the league for years. Like, Ace was a little skinny dude. Now he ain't cock diesel, but he bigger than some of the guys we got. Say Herb play better off-ball defense. Yeah, I mean, he used to. I just think he having a rough night altogether. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me see something. I hate that. I don't want to do this, though. Let me see. Is it? Yeah, it's not queued up. It's not queued up. B Supreme say, speaking of layups, Fizz be killing me with this missed layup. He's been better at it. But yeah, that was always a weak part of his game coming out of the college. He got to build up his upper body strength too. And his legs. I think if he build up his leg strength, he'll be able to knock down the jumpers more effectively. And if he build up his upper body strength, right now, he's strong enough to create separation. But if he build up his upper body strength, I think he'll be able to finish through contact a bit more. I hope he go work with Kyrie. If he go work with Kyrie, I think that'll be nice. You say Herb had 5 steals last game. Yeah, it's not really based on that per se. Like, for example, that's like Carlo tonight. Carlo had 4 blocks tonight, right? If I'm not mistaken. I think Carlo had 4 blocks tonight. No one thinks Carlo is like this incredible rim defender. Sometimes the motherfucker just happen to get 4 blocks. Zion has had games where he's had like 4 or 5 steals. No one thinks Zion is this incredible on-ball defender. It's just like he just happened to get the motherfuckers. Because sometimes like a steal is not even necessarily you ripped the ball. Like, you could have deflected the ball, or somebody could have deflected the ball to you. I'm not saying Herb is not a solid defender. I'm just saying this season he hasn't been very good. Good Hair say Trey's a small forward. He's more of a 3. Yeah, I agree with you, Good Hair. I agree. Audio Facts say, I don't understand why they love Herb so much. He's a liability on both sides. Herb earned his keep though. He earned his keep. It's just he's having a really bad season. Denzel said, I wanted Brooks, but people swore Herb was better. Brooks is the culture setter. Brooks is way better. People do not want to hear that. Yeah, Brooks, I don't think you'll have many people argue with you right now. Brooks is cold right now. He was all right in Memphis. He was just his antics. People just don't like the antics. Good Hair, Misi's injured right now. Good Hair, that's why Misi not playing. He injured right now. Collier, number 1 in the league in steals, Chaz. 2.4 a game, 4 steals by Herb. Shout out to Hall for the stat line. Audio Facts say Fizz need to work with Kyrie. Because you spell Kai different. Because they spell Kai Kai. I was like, he need to work with KY. What the fuck is that? Like, I didn't know what you were saying. But yeah, he need to work with Kyrie. Not gonna lie, that's what he need. Yeah, that would be nice. So I hope Fizz is linking up with Kyrie this summer, bro. That would catapult his game. Oh yeah, especially work on his handle. First step is elite. Got upper body strength to create separation. He would be good. He would be all right. Skull say, I seen him on IG Live saying he gonna work out with Kyrie Irving. Oh really? Okay. Shout out to him. That means he be listening. Shout out to him. I know he be listening because he trademarked that Zero Fizz joint. That was my idea. Shout out to him though. So Herb was having a bad season last year before the injury. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Herb played well last year either, prior to the injury. Or when he came back from injury. I don't know. Jay Burke said Zion and Murray had 4 steals tonight. Can't always go off that. Yeah, that's why I say, like, with that particular stat line, they don't really, they not saying like a motherfucker who, like, they give me the ball, like they swiping the ball. Like, nah, that could be a situation where somebody deflected the ball and you picked it up off the floor, or somebody, like again, Zion tonight had 4 steals and 4 assists. No one's really going to say that Zion is an incredible on-ball guy. Lala say, so you gave him that trademark? No, I ain't give it to him. I never trademark. I wasn't worried about it. I wouldn't do no shit like that. I mean, at the end of the day, it's his name. I wouldn't trademark nobody's name. That's some shit Bud Crawford going through right now, actually. I don't know if he was dating this young lady, but someone he was cool with supposedly trademarked his name or something. I don't like this shit here. I don't like when Chrome updates and does weird shit like this. And now you can do the split view. But yo, man, appreciate everybody tonight tuning in, man. It's been much love. It's midnight where I'm at. I'm probably not going to catch y'all on the next game because it's Saturday, but I'll catch y'all after that. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Much love to everybody. Peace out. Y'all be safe and have a good weekend, man. We got to win. Hopefully they can keep up the momentum.